by 1. So at some point down the road, if you find, is it studded leather that you have? If you find masterwork studded leather, it'll eliminate that penalty. It costs a significant amount more, but you can still have that higher armor.
Hello, hey Devin.
Yeah.
How do you want me to just DM you my backstory?
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay.
Connor, Connor, the character. You're talking about that -1 to check penalty to skills. Yeah, I mean it's not going to be the biggest. I mean, it could make an impact, but -1 isn't a huge thing when you think about your AC is generally considered to be more important than your skill checks. You're not wrong. Okay, but
I think too, if you put in the check penalty for the armor, it auto updates the ACP on the skill sheet, which is really cool. That's one of the things that I like a lot about the sheet.
Yeah, it's nice because then you don't have to try to remember which one of these skills. Like,
right.
Obviously, bluff doesn't, but trying to remember which one's exactly, like escape artist,
right,
or hide. Those can get a little tougher if you have the stiffer armor.
Right. It doesn't add it for you?
It should. After you put -1, and you click elsewhere, one of the other things is ACP.
You might have to save it too. I think mine doesn't update unless I save sometimes.
When you
sorry.
One second. When you are you putting the -1 in check pen on your armor, or are you putting it individually on each of the skills at ACP? Oh no. Go to your actual armor, the section that has your armor. So you'll have like the spot where you put the armor's name, check pen. Yeah. Then when you save it or whatever, it'll update on all those individual skills that ACP part. Okay. Who asked me?
I was talking to you.
Yes.
I was kind of talking to Dalen about this last night, but how do like professions work?
Yeah, so good question. So professions, essentially the idea is if you guys have some downtime, so either like an afternoon or you have a couple of days off in between doing stuff, you guys can do profession is basically like taking up a job. So whether that's like bow making or pottery or whatever, and basically you roll to see over the course of that time of you doing some work how much is usually copper. It's not very much money, but basically how much money you can make over the course of that.
I think the bow making and the pottery that you mentioned are actually craft.
Yeah,
but they do work similarly as far as like you can make money off of them if you have downtime or whatever if you want.
Okay.
Let me actually read it because
are you limited to how many professions we can know?
No, you can. I mean, you can only do one of those things on downtime, and it's all about your. So, let's see. So, it's a number of different skills. So you can have profession, profession laborer, profession carpenter, and kind of do those different things. But basically, how it works is you roll to see the number of gold pieces per week of dedicated work.
Okay.
So I've had some session or some campaigns where people enjoy doing that in their downtime. Generally, though, you guys are like doing stuff. It's a little bit more action oriented, so there's not as much opportunity to use that.
Right.
Or you can go the craft route. And if you go the craft route and like, I'm going to try to smith a sword or I'm going to try to craft some armor, or different things like that. I've seen that's been more rewarding for people in my experience. But of course, this is D&D, so you can do whatever you think is going to be more enjoyable for your character.
They've got the one in their herbalist, right? And I was telling, and you could tell us whether or not this would fly, but I was saying to Phelan that you could probably use that like during the downtime before we camp for the night and see if you want to gather like herbs or
That's
something
me you're
like that.
talking about.
Actually, I think you both have it, or don't
Oh,
you
we
both
do?
have it?
I definitely do. I don't know about Phelan.
That's
Yeah, what
me.
the fuck?
Are you there, Phelan?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, do you have herbalist?
I mean, I never decided on it, but like, given her background, she could be an herbalist.
Well, what did you take as far as your skills? I thought you did take profession herbalist.
I didn't put under put anything as profession.
Oh, okay.
This is profession.
Never mind then.
Gotcha.
I mean, I could just go with hunter. Yeah.
So there, my suggestion is always just find something, a craft thing. But I mean, you definitely can. The different options for, well, I mean, this is what it says in the book. The most common profession skills are architect, baker, barrister, brewer, butcher, clerk, cook, courtesan. Yeah, I don't want to roleplay that.
So
Driver, engineer, farmer, fisherman, gambler, gardener, herbalist, innkeeper, librarian, merchant, midwife. Midwife would be funny. Miller, miner, porter, sailor, scribe, shepherd, stable master, soldier, tanner, trapper, and woodcutter.
if you go,
I mean, Rosario is the merchant. That's hers.
if you go to the skills channel, April 5th, I put all of the crafts, I put all of the knowledges, and I put all of the professions in there that are from the player's handbook. We could probably make up other ones, but all the ones from the player's handbook are in there. And you can see which ones you might be interested in.
Okay. I have herbs on me. If I'm not going to do anything with those, I should just give them to Morgana.
That's up to you. Whatever you want to do with them. I think those were specifically for potion making, is what Devin said, which unfortunately is different than alchemy and herbalist.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. I'll be right back.
Would that be apothecary then?
Yeah, I mean, so the downside of profession, and the reason that I generally advise against it, is you have like the know-how to be able to perform that, but you're generally working for somebody else to make that money. Where craft is kind of like a self-starter kind of thing. If you're crafting something, technically you can be doing that on the road or whatever like this, or whatever like that. With profession, it's the idea that like, hey, you guys are in town for a week. In your downtime, 8 hours a day, you're going to go work as a miner or barrister or whatever, and then you're getting X bit of gold for your work that week. It's okay way to just kind of make money, but it's not as role play exciting as craft. You actually potentially get to do something. These are the categories that I have had created. I don't know. I'll put it in skills, I suppose. Oh, yeah. So it's similar to the list he has, but I think I simplified it so that it doesn't have quite so many.
Those are all professions?
These are the different options for craft.
Oh, okay.
I have a question regarding the animal companion.
Yeah.
Do they level up with you, or they just stay what they are?
Yeah, good question. Let me pull it up. It's a little kind of both. All So how animal companions work is, um, so animal companions are just animals. They're
Okay.
not like the familiars that a sorcerer or a wizard has. Is actually like a magically enhanced creature. So if it's a raven, for example, then it's not just a normal raven. It's actually got a little bit of magic imbued in it. So if your familiar dies, then it's like a pretty significant thing. It actually hurts the sorcerer or the wizard pretty bad. With the druid or ranger, the animal companion is not. It's just a normal animal that is pretty loyal to you. You've gone through a ritual to get that animal loyal to you, but they are just an animal. So if your animal companion dies, it's not actually devastating, but it doesn't have all these like.
It does get some
familiar-
enhancements as you level up. Not
Yeah.
quite as much as the familiar does, though.
So there's two different ways. So as you level up, they can level up as well. Or you can select from like a list of other animals to kind of
Mhm.
replace out. Let's
But
see. So
like
first
for me
and
to get
second
another animal
level,
companion, it's like a full day of meditation.
correct? Yeah,
Yeah, that's the downside. Like I'd rather not have to like trade out often.
yeah. You don't want to do it all the time, but at the same time, like naturally between like adventures, as you guys finish up
Mhm.
something before you start something else, you would have the opportunity to do that kind of thing. But
Alright.
No, not me.
but first to second level,
Yeah, I'm an
there's
asshole.
no difference as you leveled up to second level. When you get to third level, then it basically gets more health. It's a little bit
Okay.
stronger natural armor. It gets a little stronger with its strength and dexterity. It learns another trick. So
You can
it
look in the
gains
book
a little
on page 36 for all that. It'll tell you
Okay.
what you get, and the level it says on that is your level.
correct.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
Yep.
Any other questions? Okay. Sounds good.
And then let's figure out this loot here. Everybody said we're okay just dividing the money by 6.
I mean, it won't
For me.
divide evenly.
We'll figure it out.
I'll take the lesser portion. It's fine.
Okay. Is everybody okay with that then? I'm just gonna go ahead and do the math on it then. Okay.
Yep.
And we don't have to pause for that. I just wanted to ask before I went through the process of doing it.
All right. Does anyone want to recap what happened right at least towards the end of the last one?
Killed a bunch of goblins.
Did kill a lot. Perfect. And so
Where
you
were
guys
we
are on
headed?
your way.
Where were we headed again?
We're going to the village of Kelb.
Yeah.
Or we were going to Silvery Moon, but they're blocked off. Now we're going to Kelb.
Okay.
I think we agreed. We discussed that briefly, but then we agreed that we're okay going to Kelb and trying to see if we could get maybe some more food there and dropping off the woman and her kids. If that's what you want to call it, yes.
You're cantankerous.
Hey,
Dwarven cleric.
dog, you took that small light mace because you said you wanted to have a spare weapon. There is actually a medium-sized longsword that you can take from this loot instead. Do you want to do that instead?
I'm gonna leave that.
Okay.
I like I said, mostly I just wanted the cool sounding
Okay.
skull cap for cosmetic, but
Okay.
I'm okay with leaving that there.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna load up all the weapons onto the mule, and
Sure.
we can figure out what we want to do with them as we're going. And if we get the opportunity to sell them to somebody, we can let Rosara do that.
Gotcha.
All right, so you guys finish cleaning up. Is there anything that you guys wanted to do post battle? Since we're basically you guys looted the bodies and are now feeling oddly stronger than you were.
I
Who's
think
still wounded?
the
Everyone's
bodies have been
still
looted, and Dalen got the hobgoblin blood.
Yes, I did.
I
I'll
think we're
add that to
good.
my inventory.
Oh.
Who's still wounded? Anybody
So
else?
just to address the wounded real quick, whatever your current HP is, just add your level up HP to that. So if you were at 10 HP out of 12 and you gained 4 HP max, then just now you're 14 out of 16.
What's the time of day right now? Like in game.
I'm pretty sure it was pretty early. You guys weren't too far into walking, so I think it's probably about 10 to 11 a.m.
How long is it gonna take us to get to Kelb?
She had said it's about a day's journey, so it shouldn't be too
Okay.
much longer.
So, Rosara is still wounded. Anybody else?
Think I am.
I think somebody healed Yennefer.
I did. And then
Yeah.
Gog
I
should
healed
be
Gog. He's
yeah,
fine.
Gog should be he's fine with the Constitution penalty, but yes.
Yeah, also, when we rolled for the level 2 HP, it was rather high, so I think I'm more than okay on HP right now.
Yeah, you're at max with your Constitution penalty, so yeah, and that'll fix itself as time goes by.
Yeah.
Anyway, so how many hit points is Rosara and Morgana missing at this point? Because I do
2.
have a few heals left.
2.
All right, I'll give you each 2 hit points back, and that'll wipe out all my level 1 spells. So I am down to 1 spell left for the remainder of the day. Or my level 0 spells, I should say. All my level 1s are done anyways. So you each get
You're
2
a
hit points.
fucking martyr.
I'm not making a martyr out of it. I'm just trying to figure... Oh, actually, I
just
only
kidding.
have 3. So, okay. Morgana, you're going to get 1 back. Rosara, you're going to get 2 back.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep. I'm just trying to keep everybody apprised of the situation here. If we get into another big fight or something, I'm out of heals at this point.
That's not good.
Well,
Where's
yeah.
the fun in
Yeah,
that?
I don't have any healing spells left. I have other spells left.
Yeah. Oh my god, I'm so sick of bards.
Oh, thank God. I'm ready for some entertainment. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
So, is a bard
I
just, like,
honestly, I kind of wish I had rolled a bard, to be honest, because they're just so wacky. Yeah.
Duly noted. Yeah. Okay. So you guys continue on then towards Kelb.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, who is closest to Yennefer and her kids? Is that Rosa? The entire time that you like literally nonstop now, the kids are fawning over your great skill in combat. They've never seen such a dangerous fight in there.
They're not
constantly
traumatized from seeing their
reenacting.
mom get stabbed?
No, they are pumped. They think it's so awesome that you guys just destroyed them. They keep talking about Gog, looking like
Kids are
Gog's
for
gonna
the
die, and
streets.
then cutting this freaking hobgoblin down like nothing. And yeah, they're-
It's probably the first time they've ever seen magic in their lives.
So yes, they are just fawning. It's almost getting annoying, like just chattering and chattering. Um, noted. Yeah,
Did,
but I
I'm,
mean,
I'm, s-
other than
I'm
that,
sorry, guys. Did Rosara and Morgana, you took the healing that I gave you? You added
Yeah.
that back to your current hit points? Okay. All right. I'm not healing you anymore.
okay, awesome. So you guys continue
What the
walking.
hell?
Okay. Until I server muted
No, that
Dalen.
was Morgana. I think she just went to hell.
What the fuck was that?
Dalen, can you talk now? I apologize.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird. Was it coming from me? I tried to look, but it was done before I could see anybody lighten up.
That was terrifying.
Yeah, I'm actually not sure. I server muted Dalen because I thought it looked like it was coming from you, but then she dropped out at the exact same time as I muted you, so I'm not sure. It could have been either one, or it could have
No,
been.
I think I dropped out right before you muted him because I was looking at the little thing on the side and it looked like you muted him right after I left.
Gotcha. Okay, it happened so
So,
quick,
are we
or
sure
it
it was
could have been
me?
an unknown culprit that
Yeah. I don't
that
know
just
what the
stopped at the same time
I'm
as
gonna
I muted.
I'm gonna switch to my PC and see if that helps keep that from happening. I'll be right back.
Okay.
That was quite loud.
That was
It's probably the Russians trying to take down the successful stream. It's always the Russians.
I think it's aliens.
Very good.
Okay.
okay.
So you guys march on, and it sounded like you guys are trying to be more cautious and watching your surroundings as you march along. All right, you guys are entering. It's quite a smaller trail. It's not the you had a pretty big highway, or paved road from. Um, where'd you guys start? I have to pull up the map. Yeah, from Everland. That's where you guys started. So it was a pretty nice road from Everland up to Silvery Moon. And initially this road also is paved, but it starts to narrow down into a smaller trail as you actually get to the point where it forks off. If you were to go to the left, that brings you north up towards. I know where you guys were wanting to go long term was that Night Trees. Um, and then this fork to the right is where you start to enter into the hills, going into the Nether Mountains, and across over to Sundabar if you were to follow it all the way. So the road over to Sundabar is actually it's still more of a road, but it's bleeding into the size of more of like a trail. So smaller road. If you come upon somebody else, one of you guys is gonna have to move out of the way. Where with Silvery Moon, that road was a little bit wider. You guys probably could pass by each other no problem. So as you get closer, you start to enter into a little bit more foothills. It's actually taken a decent amount of work for you guys to plod along, but it is uneventful. You guys, either your vigilance or maybe somebody saw you fight or sheer luck. But yeah, nothing happens, and with probably an hour or two left of daylight, you do come upon the small hamlet of Kelb.
Oh, cool. We're here.
It is just a few people.
What is a hamlet?
What time of day is it?
It's probably it's probably about 6 or 7 o'clock at night.
I'm assuming Yennefer is happy to be home, or probably not thrilled because she wanted to get to Silvery Moon, but at least she got home safe with kids.
Yeah, so as you guys crest over this small hill and you see the city or the small village in the distance, the kids actually hop down from the horse and start kind of running alongside you guys and doing kid stuff. They're playing tag and they're obviously in a much more kind of relaxed space um, as they walk on. And she starts offering her gratitude. She also mentions that there is a house that she would make sure that you guys have access to stay the night. She mentions that there is an inn of sorts. Basically, it's just a guy's built his house to be a little bigger to accommodate people. But a few years ago, a man in the town called Jar had died, and they've just kept up his house um, kind of as a guest house for people who visit the town. So she said she'd make sure that you guys have access to that house um, free of charge, just as a appreciation for helping make sure that she's able to get here.
Cool.
Thanks.
All right. So
Word.
as you guys approach, a couple of the shepherds, you guys notice there are big flocks. I mean, you probably count 200 head of sheep, and there's a decent amount of people kind of watching and um, shepherding. And as they see you guys, you see some of the men stand up, and a couple of them have slings and bows. But they notice Yennefer with you, and kind of go at ease. And you're able to get all the way to Jar's house without any real eventful things. Yeah, so it's up to you guys on what you want to do from here. She says you guys are welcome to go over to. I've got names here. Let's see. You can go over to Kikan's house, which is kind of acts as the inn, and he'll probably have some sort of mutton stew um, for dinner if you'd like, or you guys can just hang out at the house and rest for the night.
I'm going to get some stew too.
I will also partake in the stew.
Goblin.
Okay, so no. Okay, so
And this is the one that fucks us.
don't fucking say that in front of the
Ah.
DM.
They're all hags, every one of them.
Ah!
Christ.
I'm the only one who shit my pants.
Oh,
Mm.
Jesus.
All right, what are we doing? Going to eat stew, and are we? What time is it?
About
When we get there.
7-ish, he said.
A.M.
Yeah, PM.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Are we just gonna stay here, rest, and then continue on the next day, or what?
I think that's best.
Yeah, because then it makes me nervous that the healer doesn't have any healing spells he can use.
Dalen and I can redo our spells.
Yeah.
Correct. In fact, we can do our level 2 spells now.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right. So as you so you guys can do you guys want to like bring your stuff, whatever stuff you have, over to Jar's house? I mean, it's literally across the street, so I guess it doesn't matter. You can bring your stuff over, drop it off. They do offer there's a small stable there at Kikan's house, and they say if you just put your them in pasture there, they'll brush them and make sure they're watered and everything. Yennefer kind of explains what happened and how you saved her from a goblin attack, and they all act very grateful. So they are okay with kind of taking care of you guys. The multiple people kind of give a really cautious side eye to Wolf. Just
Not a half orc.
shepherds. No.
Oh, that makes sense.
So, but they can tell that Wolf is trained. It's just natural for shepherds to be very wary of a wolf in their midst. So, but they do bring out a couple of bones to offer to have him chew on if he'd like them. Not
He
sure.
likes it very much, and
I
he would like a
whisper-
bell. And
Go
he
ahead.
would like a belly rub right now.
None of them take up that offer.
All right, I'll give it the belly rub.
Yeah, so as you guys enter Kikon's house, the small tavern there, it is pretty lively. You can tell it's a very close knit community. There's one man, he keeps talking about himself. His name is Maston, and he's just going on and on about all of his adventures and his escapades and all of the exciting things he's done. For you guys who've traveled, yeah, not dang, Maston. Yeah, so he but what's really interesting is that you guys having traveled, everything he's talking about is within like a 5 mile radius of Kelb. Like I fought this troll over here like 3 miles away, and I defeated a dragon just over here like 2 miles away. So you guys are fairly certain that he's lying, but he's a pretty good storyteller. Everyone seems very interested in his stories, and it's very lively and fun atmosphere in this little place.
Does anybody have any perform skills?
I thought
Do
you
we
hated
look like bards?
Well, you don't have to be a bard to get those. Very, very good. Okay. I whisper to Azara, "Hey, do you think there might be anybody here we can sell some of these weapons to, maybe?" I just wonder if maybe they might like some to defend themselves with, but you may have a point. Very.
Yeah. So you can kind of spot Kikon. He's the one that's stirring the stew. He's pouring some different drinks, and he brings all of you guys a nice portion. It's actually really delicious too. Not a ton of different spices and everything. It's just pretty bland, but you assume that that's probably what they're used to. But it's great mutton. Really, oh, dadgummit, freaking demon of a cat! I walk by this chair as I pace, and he just uh, it's a freaking surprise. It was a surprise round.
Yeah.
Good thing I'm not a level 1 wizard. It would have taken me down. Yeah. So as you approach, he asks you how you're enjoying the stew and what he can do for you. He gives you a nice jovial smile and says, "You brought one of ours home. It's unfortunately not always the case, and so we appreciate it. Yennefer is a great part of this community, and yeah, so there's nothing more that we could possibly ask from you." Yeah. What are you guys looking to get rid of? He looks interested.
You want me to list them off? Well, keep in mind we each a couple people took stuff away from him. I don't think I put it in there. Did I? Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So he says that definitely the longsword and the maces. How you tell him they're small.
They are also small.
Okay. Yeah. He Okay, he calls over Yennefer's kids and actually has them. He asks if they can hold on to him and then like kind of swing him around and practice him. Yeah, he actually you've sold him on that. So uh he says that they would like to purchase the two short bows, the two maces, and the long sword. He thinks that they would
Damn.
benefit from all those.
You unloaded all of them. Very good.
This one's like new. It's clearly duct taped together. Yeah, so and then with you have the perk where you get 75%. Okay.
Do you want to keep going and I'll figure out the math on all that, or however you want to do it?
Yeah, if you want to. Yeah.
I'll take care of it.
We'll just go off normal market price.
Yep.
But yeah.
But
And so
75%.
Yep, exactly. So so he digs through and he exchanges that over for you guys and appreciates it, and you can hear him as you walk away, or if you don't walk away, you can hear him just quietly explain these aren't toys, that somebody in the village is going to be training you to learn how to use these so that you can defend yourself and your mother and the community. Um, Yeah, so after he does that short explanation with the kids, he explains, he kind of just gives you an outline of what their role is. So on um, this trade route from Sundabar and the Citadel at Bar and some of those northern cities over to the east. And whenever they're coming to the west over towards Silvery Moon or all the way over towards Waterdeep, they have to cross through here. This is one of the main places that they'll have to go. So he says that they have a lot of people coming and going, but this community really just focuses on their shepherding. And so they have a couple of merchants who come through and buy their wool each spring. Um, and um, they have a couple that come through pretty regularly and get different milk and cheese that they make here. And then they also have another merchant who comes through and brings all the tallow that they take for some candle making over in Silvery Moon. So that's their primary thing is just mutton, wool, and then tallow and milk cheese. Sometimes they don't really have enough salt to be able to transport it well, so they haven't gotten to the point of um, exporting mutton. So they primarily use it themselves and kind of augment it with some different, herb gardens and small gardens. But yeah, mutton is definitely the main thing that they kind of sustain themselves with here. They would like to get into um, shipping, like exporting, but they just don't have the salt supply. Probably yes. With that, are you asking him if he? I guess, are you trying to make that connection to like, I'll try to get a hold of some salt, or is that just something you're? Oh, cool. Yeah. So he appreciates that, and if and offers the same. If anything comes up that sheep related, then he's more than happy to help. They have a particular. They have a particular breed of sheep here that they've through some animal husbandry, they've bred a very hardy brand of sheep that fattens up very quickly. So he's quite proud of the stock that they have here. He obviously, everyone says it, but he says they've got the softest wool, and they've got the the best tasting mutton, all the normal things. Sure. He says, "Eat up, and we'll talk about it in the morning, and we'll get you figured out." Awesome. Anyone else? I know, Connor, you are out shooting the bow. As you go out there, another 16-year-old shepherd comes out with you, and there's some other ones watching and everything, and he kind of puffs out his chest and says, "Anything you can shoot, I can shoot better." Yeah, he's okay. He says, "Oh, are you scared that you're gonna get defeated by a backwater kid?"
Oh shit!
All right, so they kind of get excited, and all the kids who are kind of watching go and set up a couple of targets, and they say whoever hits the best out of 5 can claim victory on this one. So you want to go first? He says, "I offer it to you. You want to go first or after?"
Nice
Yeah.
gif, and I want to put some money down before we proceed here. Anybody want to take a bet? I say to the villagers. Obviously, our friend Connor.
That's funny.
Come on, people. Represent for your village.
For anyone who is inside when this happens, one of the kids runs in and says, "Shooting competition outside," and basically everyone kind of floods outside. So you're more than welcome to join afterward.
I've got 5 gold pieces on my man Connor. Actually, we just made 63, almost 64 gold off of selling all those weapons and everything. I understand. Anyway, I'm putting 5 gold. If they want to lower it, they can.
You know what? Actually, a bunch of them all kind of get together, and they take you up on it. But that's tapped out their resources. So they're like, "Yeah, we'll offer that. We'll match it. You owe us 5 if our man beats yours, and you take all of our hard-earned cash if you're you use." Anyway, go ahead.
Basically,
Alright,
you're also be broke if you win this bet.
Good. I'll be right back.
All right, you ready for this? Are you going first or are you going after?
Oh man, coin toss. Just pick any coin, dude. We got gold.
So the first one that you're aiming at is they've got attached to a rope on a branch. There's kind of a swinging target. It's just being blown slightly by the wind. Yep. You're using your, is it a short bow or is it a long bow? All right, so you shoot it. You shoot your bow, and the wind is blowing, so it looks like it's gonna miss, but the wind blows it directly into the center of that bullseye.
I give him a clap on the shoulder. I gotta reach up to do it.
You don't know.
So,
Connor shot slightly off, so the wind would take it into the target.
so as
Aggressive.
Connor finishes shooting and it lands, you take a quick glance over and you see the color drain out of this young buck's face. But he swallows his pride and pulls up his own short bow and kind of licks his finger to catch the wind and then pulls it up and shoots. Oh, dang it. I wish I actually rolled this in the thing. He actually gets a 22.
Whoa! Bastard.
Let's see. It is a it's a not confirmed critical. So he splits your arrow in the most epic Robin Hood fashion. And the crowd goes wild, like holy crap, this kid is everything that we've dreamed of and more. And you see the relief wash over his face and that cocky smile come back like it never gone away.
I very quietly cast bless on. No, I'm kidding. I'm fucking around.
All right, your turn for target number 2. Now this one is about 15 feet up in the tree. There is a kind of box sitting on the trunk, or like kind of attached to the trunk. All right, he watches as your arrow hits. It's just slightly off the mark. It's in that, like, the bullseye. It's just outside of the bullseye, but still a solid hit. And he draws back and shoots, and with the blessings of the gods, absolutely smashes the dead center of the bullseye. And once again, the crowd just goes wild. He has definitely bested you on that shot as well. Oh, that's it. Yeah. Oh, you mean what it looks? Yeah. So this one's a scarecrow. So yep, and the target is on the body of the scarecrow. Okay, so you shoot, and it just sinks all the way to almost the fletching, super deep into the scarecrow, dead on bullseye. Looks fantastic. He pulls back and he shoots and goes a foot and a half over the head of the scarecrow. The crowd just like quickly like quiets down and like is disappointed and kind of knocks the wind out of them. All right. Target number 3 or 4 is this one's on a fence. It's just the post of a fence and it's got some paint on it.
Jesus.
All right, so you shoot. It hits. It barely sinks into the fence. It just kind of hits the edge. But you can tell that it's definitely not the best mark. He looks really, really confident, really excited. Pulls back and shoots, and just goes off to the side by about 6 inches, and flies past the fence. Once again, completely missing the target. So for the final target, what you noticed as those shots were taken, one of the kids actually pulls the target up a little closer. So it was back about 40 feet. Now it's at 30 feet. And it's just a normal target on the ground, like a hay bale that's been painted. So it's about 30 feet away from you. Oh, yeah. All right. So a critical hit. So you just with superhuman strength, you draw back this bow and just blast it completely through the hay bale, and it shoots to the other side. The crowd is pumped about your shot. It's fascinating that you're able to do that. And then the young boy pulls back his bow and he shoots and he hits the target along the edge on the outermost ring of the bulls of the target. It's a hit, but not as good as yours. So you take this little challenge, and they cheer and they bring over their 5 gold, their share of the 5 gold, and hand it over. But everyone is actually really jovial. It's not nobody's disappointed. The young buck actually comes to watch you train and is asking you tips as you do your training.
I tell him to keep the gold. I was more interested in the thrill of the bet than anything else.
All right. All right. So,
You should have bet your mule.
not Mjolnir.
Against what? Their sheep?
Yeah, they're sheep.
How are we gonna
all
carry
right,
all our shit?
many sheeps. You can have a sheep caravan.
I don't think it works that way.
Gives my enemies more targets. All right.
why
Anyone
we
else
look-
doing anything?
They are distractions. They are fodder.
Do you have this? Do you have the stat sheet for sheep there, Devin? Because I sure don't.
I can. I guarantee somebody's done it.
Probably right. Sorry, I keep muting here. Go ahead.
don't know. Somebody's made an Argus sheep. That's a huge magical beast. There we go. Oh no, there is a monster stat for sheep.
From the
Yeah.
manual?
Oh no, it's not. It is
Homebrew?
not sheep. It is came up in the search, but it's not actually there.
Gotcha.
Anyway, 2nd edition and 5th edition have
That's
things
funny.
for it, but not 3.5. They skipped it. Yeah. Anyone else doing anything of note?
I'm just enjoying my time with Wolf in the corner.
Is that
He's
man
playing.
in the?
He is playing. He's playing. We're playing tug of war with the bone.
Is that a euphemism?
Oh, there's a man in the tavern. He's gloating about, oh, I slayed this dragon, I fought this beast, but you said it's kind of sounded like maybe just a bunch of BS to some of the people in there. Is that guy still going off on all of his crazy adventures at this time?
Yeah, you can tell that he's the fisherman who, caught that shark kind of thing. Like yeah, so everyone kind of just laughs and goes along with him, but you can tell nobody actually believes most of what he says. But yes, he's still going on. Now that most of the people have come back in and are just hanging out and drinking, he's still going off and talking.
Does it look like a lot of people believe him, or are they all just kind of like, oh, just ignore him?
It's actually neither. It's almost like a familiar lie. Everyone knows that he's not telling the truth, but everyone's kind of okay and enjoys the process.
That
Okay.
crazy uncle who just tells really weird stories.
So
Like,
he's a
he's a-
regular.
and-
Everyone just gets a kick out of him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and you can tell he's actually pretty entertaining. He's definitely not a bard, and it's not, but he's very performative and interesting, even though it's like, okay, everything you're saying is not.
Okay, so
true,
he's
but-
not actively like annoying anybody, and no one's like, "Hey, buddy, can you shut up over there?" Okay,
Correct. Yep.
got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then never mind.
He does mention that he in one of his stories he starts talking about a fight that he had with a bare knuckled fight that he had with a barbarian of the Sky Pony tribe.
Hmm.
Sky ponies.
Sky Ponies.
Hmm. My dumb orc brain's trying to figure out best way to ask him about that. I was like, how long ago was that you had that body fight of yours?
He goes off on a story about how it was just a couple of years ago, and in his tale, he explains that they fought for a full day, and the only way they could come to a draw was he finally offered them some honey. The Sky Pony tribe loves honey, and so he offered them a vial of some delicious honey, and that's what ended the brawl, and they were able to make up and walk their separate ways after that.
Hmm.
Can I ask a quick question?
Sure.
Rosara, are you gonna divide that gold from the sold weapons with us, or do you want to just take it? I'm happy to give it to you, and you figure it out, whatever you want to do. It's 63.75 gold. So 63 gold, 7 silver, 5 copper. I can just give it to you, and then I can finish dividing the rest, or if you want, I'll add it to the pot and divide it amongst everybody. Well, we've sold everything we're gonna sell, haven't we? So what do you? So I'm what do you want me to do with the gold from that selling the weapons? Do you want me to just give it to you? Okay. Thank you. Go ahead, guys.
Okay, and so Sky Ponies, they are where we needed to go, but you said the way the city was closed, right? Am I remembering that correct? Or that was somewhere completely different?
Yeah, a good question. So Silvery Moon is the city that was closed that you just passed. That is just on the way to the Night Trees is where you guys are heading. So the Night Trees is where the Sky Ponies are. But yeah, Silvery Moon was closed, so you guys didn't go in there. But that was just kind of on the way to your
So
destination.
we didn't exactly have to go through there to get to the Night Trees, then, correct?
Correct. Yep.
Okay, then I think this guy's useless to me then, or to us, I should say.
Awesome. All right. Anyone else doing anything? Sounds
Like,
like
we
a
just
no. Awesome. All right. So you guys head back to Jar's house, and it's a pretty well made little house. It's got numerous different spots to sleep. Some different there's a formal bed, and then there's multiple rugs laid out with some blankets, and like a small sitting couch that would be fine to sleep on. And he actually has what you can tell with maybe like a mastiff or some big kind of dog bed as well that Wolf immediately goes to and curls up in. But yeah, it's a nice toasty house, and there is water provided as well, set out on the table.
Do you guys mind if I do the paperwork on the division of the money real quick?
Yeah.
sure.
So everybody gets 13 gold, 5 silver, and 8 copper pieces.
Got it.
How many silver?
5.
And copper was?
8.
Okay.
13 gold, 5 silver, 8 copper each.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna give the leftovers to Rosara since she's the one getting us this extra money anyway. Rosara, you get 1 more gold and silver and 2 extra copper. Everybody got that?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's all the money we looted. That's all the money from the sales as well. So we should be even there.
All up to date.
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. You might as well. We have 1 short bow. We have one small short bow, not a medium-sized one. The 1 gem and the 1 broken short bow, but I think we ought to just get rid of that. You want to keep it? Okay. Do you mind writing those down? You could keep the gem, the broken short bow, and the regular short or the gem, 1 small short bow, 1 small broken short bow. That's what we've got left. And then you can put those in your inventory, yeah. And then, does anybody want that religious token? I think I'm gonna try to do a not like an official game mechanic thing, but I'm gonna try and destroy it.
Who was the deity of?
I couldn't understand. You say that again?
Who was that deity? Like it was like an enslaver deity?
He's a lieutenant of the main goblin deity.
I
He's
see.
like a slaver. Yeah.
Okay.
Seems like a real nice guy.
He's an asshole.
Quality upstanding.
You don't think that'd be worth anything to anybody?
Yeah, probably some goblins, but I don't want to help him. I'd rather destroy it. It's made out of wood. I don't think it has really any. If it was made out of silver or something, maybe we could melt it down. But it's just made out of pine.
Alright. Get rid of it.
Awesome.
I think I'm gonna
Right.
break it during my morning prayers. I'm gonna bust it up.
Trying to get that bonus blessing.
No, I just want to do. I think Martha Moore would approve.
All right. Awesome. So you guys settle down for the night. Are you guys doing watch?
We think we should. Paranoia.
Awesome. Okay. How many watches for the night, and who's going in which one?
There's 6 of us. The cat we determined can watch all night if Morgana wants to tell it to, and then we also have the wolf. So Rosara and the wolf, or Rosara and the cat.
Let Razar and the wolf, since Razar is still slightly injured.
It's hard to hear you.
Yeah,
Baylor.
you're
Sorry,
very
no,
mushy sounding.
I keep putting my hand over my ear. Is Rosara still like partially injured? All right, then the wolf can stand guard with you.
So that's 3 people on first watch, or 3 creatures on first watch. It sounds like.
Alright.
Next.
I guess I'll go second with the cat.
I'll go third, since I didn't watch the last time.
All right. Splitting it into 4, or anyone else jumping in?
If anybody opposes to Gog resting the night to get some of that constitution back, that would be awesome. Unless we need one more on watch.
We're doing 4 watches, which means we're all going to get fully rested,
Okay.
even if you participate in the watch. Is that correct, Devin? I think we determined that in the first session.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. As long as you have at
guess-
least 4 watches. I mean, you can do more than that, and it would just be shorter breaks. But yeah, as long as you have at least 4 people watching, then everyone will have enough time to fully rest.
Okay.
So does any? I guess that's 4 then, because Connor said he's going to do last.
I'll do third.
So
Alright,
it's Rosara, Cat, Wolf, Dalen, Cat, Phelan, Cat, Connor, Cat.
So
Yeah.
Rosara, Cat, and Wolf all roll on a listen check.
How do we do that for the cat? Like, what do I actually roll for that?
It'll be in the article what their listen score would be.
Oh, let me check then.
I
I
don't.
didn't know if there was like just a standard one for like familiar.
I think you sent it to me, but I don't have it in front of me.
I have it. I just have to pull it up.
It's a 1d20, right? For
Correct.
listen?
It'll be D20 plus. If you don't have any ranks in listen, it's going to be your wisdom modifier.
I
But
think
isn't
that
that the wolf? Isn't that the
Yes.
wolf listen?
yes, it's a
Oh, yes,
wolf.
Three
yes,
for-
yeah,
It's a plus
Sorry.
3 for him.
There you go.
+3 for the cat too.
correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry.
So is that? I'm confused though. Is that 1d?
Plus 3.
Okay. That's okay.
The wolf don't hear shit. Rosar can hear people blinking.
Yeah, so a 19 listen check is you can hear a cat stalking. And so she can hear the flea on the back of the cat stalking. Okay.
Ugh.
Well,
in our
actually, that one
dreams.
that's 15 people whispering. So, you're almost being able to hear an owl gliding in for a kill. That's how good your hearing is. Okay, so they were trying to be very sneaky, but your ears perk up probably about an hour after everyone settled down and put out the lights and gone to sleep for the night. You hear a couple of people going over to your guys' saddlebags, and um, you actually see them filling them up with what you believe is some salted mutton. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So
So should we add something to our inventories for the mule and or the horse?
not yet.
Okay.
But yeah. So that's it. Other than that, is they kind of scamper away giggling. You recognize one of them was the boy who was challenging Connor. Um, but other than that, the rest of the night is uneventful. You guys wake up refreshed. If anyone has a Constitution penalty, then that is one less. Uh, does that put everyone back to normal, or is
I
a couple
think
people?
I think I'm still at 15 out of 16.
Yeah, I
So-
know somebody had a 3. Let's see. So
Just
the
did one.
4th of Flame Rule is when you guys got bit by the Sturge, and then the 5th is when you guys traveled the Silvery Moon. The 6th was last night when you guys got to Kelb, and so this is the morning of the 7th of Flame Rule. So yeah, one more. If you get a rest tonight, then you guys should be back to full with your constitution. Or you should be. Are you the only one that had a -3? Both of you. Okay.
So
I,
if
sorry, go ahead.
if your modifier has changed, you need to adjust your total and your current hit points. So if it has gone up by 1 and it's changed your modifier by 1, you now gain 2 points to both your total hit points and your current hit points.
Does that make sense?
If your modifier just stays the same and doesn't change into anything, you would
Don't
just
have
leave
to
it.
worry about it. Yep.
Okay. Because I think my temp mod is still 2, but the temp
Yeah, it should be.
score should be 15 now. Is that correct?
Yep.
Sounds
Okay.
right.
Yeah. So tomorrow, when you go, basically anytime you're an even number, you jump to an even number, then it's going to go back to.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
And then I get my 2 HP back after a rest tonight. Then correct?
One more
Hypothetically.
rest.
One
Yeah.
more. Okay, got it.
Yes. Yeah. So anyone who is injured at all gets your level plus your Constitution modifier back in HP. So yeah, if you only were down 1, then
All
Oh,
right,
'cause
because you
you're
have a
getting
-1.
you can't. You'll always gain at least 1 HP. So.
And when he says gain 1 HP, he's talking about the HP that you get back for resting.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's funny. Your Constitution is so bad you actually get hurt every time you rest.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, perfect. So you guys wake up in the morning, and in the process of doing your morning routines, your ritual, there, Dalen, describe your destruction.
So this does not look like a very sophisticated religious symbol, which I would not expect goblins to have. I'm at the climax of my first prayer to Martha Moore. I'm just gonna break it over my knee.
as he breaks it, a Cantabrian jumps out.
Fuck
No,
'em.
just kidding.
Do it.
Um,
Let's go.
yeah. So
It was a mimic all along.
Yeah.
the real mimic are the friends that we met along the way.
Oh, Jesus.
So
Everybody,
yeah,
Phelan and I both get our day spells for the day back.
correct. And like he had said before, make sure you're selecting whatever spell, because you leveled up. You probably have access to new spells, so
Yep.
feel free to select those. Yeah, so when you do that morning ritual, you're able to break it pretty easily. It is poorly crafted, and you just feel good about destroying that. Feel like you've done something that your gods would be pleased of.
Kick ass.
And there's now a mark out for your head. Just kidding.
Bring it.
Awesome. And anyone else? Oh yeah, I guess. And as you guys actually get to your saddlebags and begin taking them off, obviously Rosara does it right off the bat because she's curious what exactly happened. You guys find 6 days worth of really tasty looking mutton trail rations. There's one small pack of water chestnuts in there as well.
Jesus.
So,
You want to
yeah,
take the
6
water chestnuts and I'll take 3 days and you take 3 days?
So you guys have nice, delicious. Oh, it's just a small pack, so it probably half a day's rations. So if you foraged and found some other things, it could augment 1 day's rations.
Can I bug you for the weights for all of this too?
Yeah, the mutton is gonna be the water chestnuts are an ounce. They're very very light, or 0.1 pound, so very very light. And then the mutton is just gonna be half pound each for each day ration.
Very good.
Now the nice thing is generally the hardtack and the jerky that you eat are gonna be really like barely sustenance, eating cardboard kind of thing. This actually looks enjoyable. So when you guys eat this, it's not going to be like you're hating yourself.
Very nice.
Correct. Yes.
We still have some rabbit. Don't we still have some rabbit? Connor killed a rabbit.
Alright,
last
if
session.
you guys are keeping track of it, it's up to you.
Connor, did you write that down anywhere?
I think we should just say we ate it. Sorry, go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Right.
That's what I remembered, but it's very faint in my memory. So
I don't remember any of it coming to me, but I think we should just
no.
say it's consumed at this point.
Alright, fine.
Well, you guys remember putting it away, and then you see a mischievous look on Wolf's face.
Licking his chops.
What chicken? I don't know about any chicken. Rabbit.
It's even more confusing because it was a rabbit. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they have some available for 2 copper. Oh, plus, are you going to use your own water skin, or are you going to purchase a water skin from them? They do have a few different water skins. They sell them for a gold each. 2 copper. Tastier and more nutritious. Oh wait, yes. It's not as bland.
Hey, Morgana.
What up?
Can I get that 4 gold back from you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So just take it off yours and I'll add it to mine. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
This guy. He's a dwarf among dwarves. All right, your guys' plan now that you're all equipped, I guess, all set up. Anyone else doing anything else before heading out?
I don't think there's anything else here for me.
Burn the village! Oh, whoops.
Jeez.
Trigger happy?
All right, so you guys.
That's actually the alternate name of my god.
Let's go.
All right, so what is your guys' plan? I don't know if you want to pull up the map. Kelb is just in the foothills here of the Nether Mountains. So you can, if you guys' goal is to go to the Night Trees, you can either head across these foothills to the right, to the east towards Sundabar, and then go up to the Night Trees, or you can go back the way that you came and then north again up that trail, or you can cut straight across the grasslands north and cut around the mountain.
I think
Try to get a horse and spider horse like you're in Skyrim across the mountains.
I think we should stick to the road, friends. I don't know for a fact, but I have a feeling from the little bit of traveling that I did that it'll be safer to do so. It may add to our travel time, but I also think the going will be a little easier as well.
No, we're good.
All right. So no, I didn't get clarity there. Are you guys going the way that you just came and up, or so you're thinking heading to the east and then north rather?
So, yeah, I'm having trouble finding where we are on this fucking map here. Yeah, I would rather just go back west and then get to the trail that we passed on the way to Kelb and take that north. That's me personally. I suppose we can try and go through the mountains. I just my worry is I don't have much travel. I don't have much experience traveling through the mountains, and I've heard some stories. Let's put it that way.
What kind of stories?
Trolls and giants and all kinds of boggins. Yeah, boggins.
I prefer the route that Rosara mentioned.
You want to go through Sundabar?
We go to Hawk's Nest first.
So the options presented sound like either going back and following the road the entire way, but going west first and then north, or going right through Hawk's Nest and Avondale, and then cutting through the grassland to get up towards Citadel Felbar, and then following the road the rest of the way.
If you guys feel strongly about it, I'll go east with you.
Bunch of
I
damn libertarians.
say the faster one, the one that cuts right through. Sounds like I don't know what map you guys are looking at, so I'm just kind of listening to what you're saying.
A bottom.
Silvery Moon's near the middle to the left. So just for the reference.
Yeah, I stick with that.
Through the mountains. The way
We
is
can
underground.
handle it. Let's go.
We should go through the mines of Moria. Hmm.
They call it a mine. A mine.
A mine.
That's such a
Beer.
Red meat the bone.
All right, so you guys, with some deliberation, decide to head to the east. You guys are told that during these months there should be a contingent of a dozen Knights of the Silver Hand who are there at Hawk's Nest. It's just a small tower. So if you guys are able to make it there by nightfall, then you have a safe place to rest. So they just encourage you that the Knights of the Silver Hand are, well respected knights that you can trust.
Phelan, what are you doing?
I was just wondering the same thing.
She's hungry. She's eating her microphone.
Oh. I'm still here.
All right. So you guys head
Okay.
off? All right. So as you begin to traverse this path, it is a full road. So this is a major tradeway. So it's a little bit more narrow than what you were on before still. But it is well paved, and it's actually pretty good craftsmanship. It is a little bit of a steep climb for the mule and the horse, so you can tell they're straining a little bit. The dwarf just keeps holding his belly and complaining about all the mutton that he ate yesterday. But at one point, as you travel, a wolf suddenly darts out and comes back with a chipmunk in his mouth. And so he's happily chomping away at that as you guys walk. Well, what you didn't expect was the Spanish Inquisition. Yes, the one ambush that
I'd like to
never
roll
be
to
spotted.
expect the Spanish Inquisition.
Nobody can roll this.
Fuck. Fuck.
Yes. All right. So you guys go. You guys continue going. Go ahead and do a spot check. Everyone can roll a spot check.
Animals too, or just us?
I'm just gonna have you guys do it.
I say you're a rock.
Yeah, fuck. I messed that up.
Are you fucking kidding me? Whatever. I didn't want to see anything anyway. I don't want to look at shit.
Damn. That's quite a good roll.
Morgana, yours is actually a -1, but
Well,
I don't.
not
I
that I
don't think you need
fucking
to roll.
need it.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck. Thank you for bringing that up.
I'm just telling you in case you have to
Jesus
do one in the
fucking
future.
Christ. Yeah, thank you. I so love that.
You're quite welcome.
Hey, bring them back to Kelb. They've been looking for some salt.
That's right.
All right, so let's see. So Morgana and
Jesus Christ, Phelan, +8.
she sees
What the
things.
Fuck.
But still wasn't a good roll.
Yeah, well.
Well, let's see. I'm trying to see.
Wait, was I supposed to? What is the spot roll supposed to be? Is it
It's a
just a
spot.
one?
Oh, it's supposed to be. It's basically your 1d20 plus your listen, or sorry, your spot check, which is one of your skills, or
Oh,
your
right,
wisdom
right. Okay.
modifier if you don't have
Well,
one of those.
whatever. Okay. I can't keep up with all these formulas.
For anything skill related, it's 1d20 plus whatever that number is on the left on your skill sheet. That's it. It's
I will
very
probably
easy.
forget that in about 5
All right.
Did
Unbelievable.
Dalen do his spot check?
Yeah, I did one.
Yep. All right. So Dalen, Gog, and Morgana see a rock.
Hmm.
Actually, many rocks, and then the rest of you guys see a rock. Initially, you just think it's a bird way, way up, and then you realize it's a bird way, way, way up, and it's huge. As it's flying,
Are you fucking kidding me right now with this thing?
it's a little big. It is flying. At first, you thought it was a bird flying, a couple 100 feet above, but then you realize
Jesus.
that it is moving at incredible speeds, super high up in the air, just flying overhead. It doesn't look like it's coming at you guys anymore, but just super humbling in that moment to see
And
that.
and which knowledge is it?
Second.
Probably.
That is a nature check.
If that is
Alright.
actually what that picture
That's
says it
me.
is, then we're in fucking trouble.
Let's see.
Oh wait, does Phelan see it, or does somebody need to point it out to her?
Somebody says, "Hey, look, guys, a rock," and she's like, "I see all the rocks." Just kidding. I mean, yeah, I mean, any one of you guys who sees it can point it out. Like, hey, look at that bird up there.
Yep.
Does anyone point it out to her?
Apparently, because she just rolled knowledge nature.
Old roll knowledge nature.
Yeah. So, yeah, you've heard of it. You've heard of a rock. You recognize that it is a basically it's just like an eagle but gargantuan. So you know that if they are hungry and they decide to pick one of you guys up, then that is probably the time that you re-roll a character. But it doesn't look like it is swooping down. It looks like it's just traveling past at this point. Yeah, you have heard that the eggs are bigger than the size of a cart. So if you were to ever find those eggs, you think you could make quite a bit of money off them.
The picture I've seen of a rock shows it holding within its claws a fucking full-grown elephant.
Yes. Gotta love Egyptian mythology.
Wild shit.
Awesome, yeah. But other than that, it's a little bit humbling to you guys know for sure that you are in the wild now, and it's pretty low key. Other than that, go ahead and roll. You guys are going to roll a Constitution check to see if you guys are getting tired from this big climb that you guys are doing up into the mountains.
Oh my
Jesus.
god.
How do we do that again?
1d20 plus your con modifier.
Okay.
And that's current for whatever your current temporary con score is, if you have a temporary one.
What was it? Modifier? Constitution modifier?
Which is up at the very top of your page, the different stats.
I know where it is. Gosh. I just don't know the little formulas yet. Just saying.
Devin, does this affect the wolf too?
No.
All right. Everyone done rolling? Connor, did he roll? I think you're it now.
Hmm.
Yeah, you're tired. he's out of breath.
Everyone is feeling it, but nobody is actually exhausted. Actually taking on the status of exhausted as you guys make this climb. So
Would we
luckily
get
you're-
exhausted first or fatigued first?
I think actually it is fatigued first.
Okay.
Yeah. So you guys are luckily the weight is put into your backpack the right way, so it's not exerting yourself more than you need to. You guys are experienced in travel enough that you're able to make it through this particularly well.
You said our animals are okay too?
Yeah, your animals. Yeah, all your animals were fine with this particular stretch, and you guys are able to make good time. So
Rosar, are you riding or walking your horse? Okay. Whenever the sorcerer starts to giggle, I get worried. They
That's a warlock.
sound like Rick James.
Just sensually whispers, James, bitch.
Darkness.
okay, both of those are fine, Connor. Um, okay. Yeah, so you guys are able to make good time. That was really what that was about, was to see if you guys were able to make it there, or if you guys were going to get slowed down just with the pretty arduous journey. But you guys are able to make good time, and as night starts to close in, you guys do see the tower up in the distance. So you can see it kind of is right at the crest of the hill, of the foothills that you're in. It's kind of the tallest part of this particular area.
Do we have a guess about how many miles we've traveled today?
I do have a guess for that, actually, surprisingly.
I didn't know if you wanted me to roll geography or something, maybe, or cartography.
You think you would probably have gone about 13 miles,
Okay.
but because it was more difficult terrain, it just took longer.
Does this map really not have a fucking how far a mile is distance?
Yeah, the scale.
Yeah.
It does not have a scale.
Jesus.
This particular one doesn't. I had to use a different one for scale.
Mm.
Yeah, which is a bummer because this one's a really good map. And then
Yeah, it's very detailed for the area compared to the other ones I've seen.
yeah, like the guy who does these maps. It's called Atlas of Ice and Fire. He looks at every source book, every novel ever written
Jesus.
in the world book, and he does some of it. You just kind of have to like make up yourself, but
Right.
I feel like he does a good job of like making it make sense and
I
everything.
thought this looked official to me.
Yeah, I mean it's as official as it can be. So
Right.
some of the he does talk about some of the problems are like um, sometimes both official sources will like conflict, and like
Right.
this town is north of this town here, but south of this town in this official map.
Right.
So he has to make some editorial, but it's pretty good maps either way.
Very good.
Okay, yeah. So you guys are within shot of that. You see the tower coming up. Anything that you guys are planning to do as you go up to the tower?
Can you describe the tower? Are there people milling about outside? Is there light in the windows?
It looks like a tower. No, it's a small tower. You can tell as you get up to this. This is the highest point of this trail. You can see if you look towards the west, it looks like the land stays up level for a little bit and then it dips down where you can't see it. So you're assuming that this is kind of the highest point of this entire trail. And as you look back, you can see in the distance, the trail that you've walked, kind of meandering back and forth.
Mm.
As far as the tower itself, it's situated right next to a small brook that you assume they get their water out of. It looks like that brook at sometimes floods over, probably in the spring. If you know from your guys' adventuring knowledge, you would know it's probably a snow melt brook. And then the tower looks like it's made out of some sort of granite. It's about 60 feet tall. It's not super wide, so it does look like it probably has just multiple levels.
Can I use my craft stonemasonry to get an idea of the quality of the work and the age?
You may.
I will try to do this quickly.
Very carefully. No, I'm just kidding.
Waka waka.
Let me look it up again. Okay, so all skill ranks cost 1 skill for you to purchase, even if it's cross-class. So essentially what this means is, so if you are like, you're a ranger, if you wanted to pick up like bluff, and bluff is not normally a skill, it's not normally a class skill for you, it's still only going to cost 1.
Damn.
For you to take it. So it just basically allows you to start to, and since this is supposed to be taken at level 1, you can kind of backtrack this to if you used more skill points earlier to like, you can get those back. But yeah, basically it allows you to, any skill on there is 1 for 1 instead of 2 for 1, like it would be if it was cross class. It just opens up the door to more flexibility in your character's class. Yeah, if you basically go through and uncheck everything, that'll effectively tell the sheet that everything is worth 1. That's actually a cool skill. I'd never seen it before. A cool feat.
What's the name of that feat?
Able Learner.
Able Learner?
Races. Yeah, it's out of the Races of Destiny.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see your check. You trying to get rid of your wolf?
I'm sorry.
Aurora.
Oh.
Is that Morgana? That's Morgana. Yeah. Oh, that's evil. That's you're evil, Morgana. I thought that was.
Just realized this.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't realize. There's evil afoot.
Yes.
Okay, stone masonry. You think this is high quality tower. It is well made. You believe if it wasn't made by dwarves, it was dwarven influenced. So maybe like a dwarf was running the project or something like that. But it's very well made. It looks to be several hundred years old, but still in pristine condition.
You could see Dalen like getting a little wide-eyed as we're getting close, and this looks like it may be dwarven made, by the way. It's quite a number of years old and quite high quality, I would say. He kind of runs a hand over it admiringly.
And I'm supposed to care why?
You guys are dicks.
Yeah, I was about to say I'm not the evil one.
Rock
Rock
nerd.
nerds.
Rocks are cool.
You're just mad because you have a -1 on your intelligence. I'll be right back.
Burn.
Get him.
Be right back as well.
All right. Yeah. So as you guys get closer, and Dalen is like roping this tower a little bit more than any non-dwarf
He's
would feel comfortable.
caressing the stones. He's started talking to it.
Speaking sweet nothings to it. Oh, I would never take you for granted.
What's that super goth emo band? Was it the Smiths? They had some. No, not the Cure. I think it was the Smiths. And they had some song that started off caressing the marble and stone.
I don't know.
No,
Do
you're
you-
thinking of. I know
Do
what
you
you're
know
thinking
a
of.
Rolling?
No.
But do you know?
It's
Sorry.
the song from the Crow soundtrack by Bush.
Yeah, but the original is by somebody else. Joy
Oh,
Division. Joy Division. It's called. This. The song called "In a Lonely Place," and it starts off
Yeah.
caressing the marble and stone. So that's basically what Creeper Dalen's doing right now.
But do you know a Rolling Stone
Man's
doesn't
gotta
scatter
have
tape
hobbies.
once?
Let's all talk at once.
Or not at all.
I'm going back to mute. I'll be right back. I'm listening though.
He'll see himself out. Well, a bunch of people were talking, so I wanted to see if anyone was actually like meaning to.
I
talk.
kind of missed if you said or not whether it looks like there's people inhabiting it at the moment.
Oh, I did not say yet. It does appear to have some people. So, yeah, I got distracted by him saying sweet nothings to the stones. He's fondling his stones. This is not a PG-13 stream, right? Okay.
Fucking
so-
better not be.
As you guys, you're only allowed one F word in a PG-13, so we just used it. Okay, so as he's out there caressing the stones, you hear from the top of the tower, "Hello there! This is the castle of Master Louis." No, I'm just kidding.
Oh Jesus!
We're gonna get a copyright infringement from all the movie quotes that we do. No, so oh gosh. Yeah, so three knights come out. They don't look like they're on guard, like on their guard. They just come out kind of casually out of the door, seeing you guys and greet you and ask what brings you.
They're all human.
Yes.
Do they have insignia?
They are wearing a uniform. Their armor is all uniformed. It has damn it, there's actually probably an official. Of course there is.
What's the name of the town we just came from?
Help.
Okay.
Khelb.
Oh, God spells it. If he writes with crayon.
That's when you two U's together.
Aren't there any double B's?
Did you
or
not spend
double-
any skill points on learning how to read, you big galoot?
Yeah, he doesn't need that.
He doesn't need that.
They say, reading skills won't chop another hobgoblin in half.
You know what?
Yeah.
You talk like you're mentally impaired. However, you have significantly more intelligence than Connor does, which is ironic.
I can't even count my own like money and shit or read, but they say I'm smart.
Are we waiting to see what the insignia they're wearing is, or what?
Yes, but for some reason
Okay.
I'm trying to. Sometimes when I like try to save an image from Google, it doesn't save. And
Google's got some fucking protection on stuff that's on there too. It drives me nuts. It's a pain in the ass to get images off of it sometimes.
Nerds.
Damn it! Yes.
No, I
it's-
won't because I'm on Mac technologies.
Oh, here we go. Okay, I don't know what I did wrong, but I got it. This is the insignia that they all have on their chest plate.
Did we recognize that?
I mean, it makes sense with what they told. They did tell you that the people who were going to be there were going to be Knights of the Silver Hand. So
Yeah.
it looks like that's probably it. Or maybe this is aha, we are the knights who are formerly known as the Knights of the Silver Hand. Now we are known as the Knights who say me.
What
And you shall never leave this forest alive.
what time of day is it right now?
It is late. It is just probably dusk. So somewhere
Okay, so
around
it's not
this.
quite dark yet.
Yeah, it's getting very close to being dark.
Okay, and you said they were up on the tower, or did they come out to talk to us?
These three come out from the tower to talk to you.
Okay. Okay, so I guess Morgana can speak. Evening, gentlemen. We were just coming from a little place called Kelb. I believe we were expecting to see some knights of your type here. We are on our way to where are we going again? Aye, what she said.
They are a little surprised and they ask, what are you going to the night trees for?
Oh, we're running some errands for a nice wizard who's also in a nice little tower, over in another town. So we're just on our way there to get some things, pick them up for him, and then bring them back. Simple as.
Okay. They accept your story. Fine. You can see they're kind of studying you guys, and they seem to approve of whatever they've kind of analyzed off of you. They welcome you guys to come in. They invite the animals in as well. And as you enter into the bottom of the tower, the bottom part here is a stable of sorts, some hay and some watering troughs and such at the bottom of the tower. So they just kind of explain that their order just keeps an eye on this area, and yeah, it's just a welcome rest for people who are traveling through. And they say, good job actually making it. Not everyone is able to make it in the 1 day journey. It sometimes takes a little bit more, so people get stuck out just a little bit. But they welcome you, and they don't really have any spare rations or anything for you. But yeah, they do offer at least the boarding for your animals. Yes.
Thank you, gentlemen. I say, by the way, we saw an awfully large bird in the sky on the way here.
Aye, should we be worried about that? Is it known to attack?
They ask, do you mean a dragon or a bird?
We all look at
What?
Phelan.
It was a bird. It's a very large
yeah.
bird. The rock.
Yeah, they say, yeah, there are a few rocks that fly around. In the last several years, we've not heard of any attack by a rock. They generally stay with it. The mountains are a little bit too steep in this particular area, so they can't, their wingspan can't comfortably swoop down here. So they generally don't come into this this little pass.
Oh, that's a relief to hear.
Yeah,
and then
yeah, that's a relief. But at the same time, I thought I heard you say dragon. Does that mean there are dragons around these parts?
yeah, there's a half elf who's just kind of eating his gruel stew over in the side, and he says, "Damn dragons could swoop down at any moment." Yeah, so he's a half elf, and they say, yeah, uh, Bart, we'll say Bart. Bart had a run in a few years ago, and he's never really been the same since. You just hear him over there muttering about damn lizards shouldn't have wings.
Somebody with knowledge arcana should ask him what kind of dragon.
What kind of dragon was it?
A big one, and red, blew fire at me.
Hmm.
That's definitely a red.
That's so helpful.
Yeah, good question. They say it's mostly downhill from here. The next
Is it?
figuratively speaking, geographically speaking, the next mile or so is going to be pretty rough terrain, and then it starts to be a downward descent, a slight downward descent, so it should be easier. Yeah. Nope, it's been pretty quiet this spring. Last year there were multiple knoll attacks, but most of those were west of Kelb. In the actual pass here, they haven't had any significant issues this last year. Yeah, generally speaking, it's not bad. Every once in a while, the orcs get riled up, and they can come running through. But it's generally speaking, it's mountains, so things can always happen. But generally speaking, it hasn't been too bad. Yeah,
That's
so
my
to
plan.
describe it, the
Mhm.
stable is in that very first floor. Then you go up, kind of the stairs go around the edge clockwise, and as you get to the second floor, that's where this kind of general meeting room was. There's some tables and chairs and such. And then the next route up, they show you your guys' cots. Not super comfortable, but comfortable enough that you guys won't be cold and should be fine in terms of resting. And then there's a door locking the next one up, and they just explain up there is the barracks, and then that goes to the top of the tower as well, where obviously they do their lookouts. But they say it's barred entrance unless you're one of the order. You're not allowed to go up. They say that in the event that they get attacked, they would request that you guys help, or at least not get in the way. But they say, it hasn't happened in the last year or two, but sometimes stuff happens. This is the mountains.
Foreshadowing. I'm also heading up with a ration, and I'm also going to go down.
They don't have any food for us?
They do not offer any food.
How much of the mutton do we have that we can consume? I'd say we eat that instead of the trail rations.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna take my armor off too, and then before I go to sleep, I would like to try to. I'm gonna take some of the. I'm gonna take one of the pieces of paper and the ink that I bought and the pen, and I'm gonna try to put together a quick map of our trail all the way from Everland.
Okay. Gotta roll for that.
Yeah. You guys go ahead while I do this.
Yeah.
Your turn.
Where are you sending these letters? Yeah, but who's taking them? Alright.
Now, are you guys in kind of like your quarters, or are you guys still in the common room? Yeah, so you got the stables, and then like the common room with chairs and tables, and then the cots in the third floor, and then the locked door from there.
I'll stay in the common room.
I'm in the
Okay.
common room.
As I guess anyone who is in the your quarters would seem first. Through the locked door, a man comes in, and he turns around and kind of waves his hand, and the door clicks locked. He's not wearing the same armor as everyone else, but still has the same insignia. And he walks down to the common room. Perfect. Okay, yeah, so he comes down into the common room and sees you all there and greets you and asks what you guys' business is going through the Nether Pass. That's okay. Yeah, this man who's wearing looks like robes with the same insignia as the other guys. Um, he's probably about 40, starting to have some speckled gray hair. He has a big slash across his nose, so a nice tidy scar there. That's long healed, so probably when he was much younger, and has just an aura of a lot of confidence. He just smiles and says, "This is quite the journey. Just to to say that you've done it." But he uh, slides past it, and he kind of goes over to his corner and begins. He pulls out a crystal ball and he begins to cast a spell on that ball.
Anybody with
anybody
anybody with
have
spellcraft
and-
can try to identify that if they want.
correct.
Does anybody
I
have
mean-
spellcraft?
I do. My modifier's a +4.
It's up to you if you want to try and identify it.
Mine's a
Work-
+5. Should I do it?
You both can if you want, if you're in the common area.
I'm in the
Okay.
common area.
So it's just
I got an 11 on the knowledge cartography.
Bartography.
Yeah, that's the study of carts.
Yeah.
Wumbo.
It's third grade.
Damn.
Oh, you best
I don't-
tell me what that spell
I don't-
doing.
I'm not even rolling. Forget it.
All right. You Oh dang! Gosh dang it! You guys are not messing around with these. All right, Dalen, you draw a bad map. It is. It is not a horrible map, and it is not an okay map. It is a bad map.
Do I know that it's bad?
You can tell it's bad.
What a question. Do I know it?
It's a legitimate question because if I don't know, I might use it.
He just
it-
can't
you
draw.
you know it's bad.
Okay.
Stick figures and shit.
Dayla, were you drinking when you made that map there?
Well, you can't fucking see what I'm doing, so why don't you concentrate on spellcraft?
That's
I'm not-
me.
Morgan, I don't even need to do it because Morgana did it.
So it's fine that you don't want to, but in the future you guys should both do it because even if with a 22, she might not get high enough to get what she needs to know. Anyway, go ahead.
It wasn't drinking. That's
Exactly.
the problem. His dwarven artistry didn't come out.
That's
okay,
exactly
so-
right, actually.
Yeah, so if this is the only spellcraft check being done, you recognize that this is a divination spell, and he seems to be scanning the area around the tower. Yeah, so he seems to be using the crystal ball as like a scrying device, and he's just scanning the surrounding area.
Looking for hookers and blackjack.
One of them.
Markers and blow.
Get the what? Oh.
Wow, wow, wow. She learned to block it out.
Yeah.
Hurry
so, I mean,
before we have a breakup.
he does his scrying, and then he just sits back and lights up a pipe and just is kind of hanging out there. Yeah. It's weird. It's kind of it's got water in it. You've never seen a pipe quite like this.
A
Just kidding.
cigarette.
Yeah, I don't
Does it
remember
smell like
seeing
a skunk?
skunk.
Was it
Yeah,
kind
it's a devil weed.
He's got
Oh
a
wait, it's
fucking.
devil's lettuce.
He's got a fucking black and mild.
Shh.
He just pulls out a menthol cigarette.
Wait, so he's the one who's black and mild.
Oh.
Okay. So I got a shitty map and she got a scry.
I'm just imagining like looks like a little 5-year-old kid like with a crayon.
Everyone's asking the goth.
It's not like I rolled a 2. What the fuck are you weirdos?
Yeah, it's not a horrible map. It's a bad map. There's a difference.
Drawn in
If you
green.
draw it with your feet.
Finger paint.
All right. Is anyone doing
Anyway.
anything?
Nope, I'm gonna wrap up after I crumple this paper up and throw it out in disgust. Actually, I'll keep it and I'll try the other side.
All right.
Paper's expensive.
Just for shits and gigs.
Oh, here we go.
Morgana, well, there's no other people doing magic that's arcane magic. She goes over to the wizard and takes a look at what he's doing and then looks at him and says, pardon me, friend. I couldn't notice that you were doing some divination over here. So what brings you to working in this kind of desolate place with all these meatheads?
Yeah, so he just smiles and says he lived in a few different cities, but he had trained in Silver Moon, and just the city life wasn't for him. He liked the rugged outdoors, but it's quite dangerous, and so he didn't want to, kind of foot it himself, and so he signed up with these guys because he has skills that mesh well with him, gives him the opportunity to do a lot of outdoorsy stuff, and feel like he's making a difference. So he's been here for a few years.
I see. Seems a random place for them to just plunk a lookout tower, isn't it?
Yeah, he explains that this is the Knights of the Silver Hand are funded by Silvery Moon to just make sure that trade keeps flowing from Sundabar across. So it's yeah, I mean it is a kind of a random place, but it's a strategic point.
Morgana lowers her voice a little bit and leans forward a little towards him and asks, just out of curiosity, do you know anything about that strange apparatus floating around above the city, Silvery Moon?
You're talking about the city that they told you about?
Yeah.
Let me clarify, because I might not have said it correctly. They've the reports from what Uncle Tom, damn it, it's not Uncle Tom. Well, his name was Tom. He
No,
is
it was
an uncle.
Tom, and we all made it Uncle Tom because we're fucked in the head.
That I couldn't have made that worse if I tried. It's just
You could have been walking around going, "Lordy, lordy!"
Oh my god.
yeah. So the way Tom described it is the thing that was floating in the sky wasn't over Silvery Moon. It was in the Anurok Desert. But they were closed because they were trying to figure out what it was and whether it was a direct threat to the
Okay.
Silver Marshes.
But it's near the city, right?
It's a couple hundred miles to the east.
Okay, well, can I just modify the question she asked to whatever that thing is near Silvery Moon?
Yeah. So you asked something along the lines of like, have you heard anything about this thing
Yes.
that's making Silvery Hand? And his face does get pretty solemn, and he like looks at each one of you guys like, how the hell did you guys know about that? He doesn't answer right away as he's trying to figure out like what you guys know and how.
Uh-oh, he's sense motivating you.
So is he just staring at me, like, with not saying anything?
Yeah. He just keeps puffing on his pipe suspiciously. Yes.
I didn't mean any harm by the question. I was just curious. You know, minds like us are always working, always turning.
He says, well, I don't know how you came across the information, but I'm not at liberty to discuss why it might be an issue.
Fair enough. Well, the guards told us at the city. Or no, it wasn't the guards, it was Tom, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Yeah, so there you go.
If you give too much information to somebody who doesn't know how to do anything with it, they're bound to tell more than they should. He says, just let it be known that the possibility of ancient evil is always at hand. And so it seems that Illustrial, who is the matriarch in Silvery Hand and kind of the de facto leader of the Silver Marches, this area, he says Illustrial just wanted to have all the caution advisable as they try to figure out exactly what that is, and that's the reason the city was closed. I assume that's why you guys are asking about it. They blocked you out of the city.
They did.
Yep,
Didn't give us much more information than that, though.
Yeah, they they're just having an abundance of caution. With something like we think it might be, there's no telling what else could be happening. So there's just an abundance of caution.
I see. I see. Well, fair enough, I guess. Not sure if we'll be returning there anytime soon anyway, but as I said, I was just curious. Inquiring minds want to know. So, well, thank you for the chat, and good evening to you.
He does advise. The last we heard, it was still floating in the Anurok Desert. Of my personal recommendation for you guys would not be to go anywhere near it. If it's anything like what we think it is, it could be very deadly.
I appreciate that information, friend. And she gives him a wink and then kind of walks away. Since he's not very forthcoming in much.
Awesome. Anyone else doing anything else? He's still just sitting there smoking his pipe.
I'm ready to retire at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also ready to go.
All right. What do you know what divination is, Connor? Okay. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Awesome. So you guys are able to go retire a couple of times. You guys are stirred awake. Are you guys going to set watch? I guess.
I don't feel the need here, but
I
if
don't feel
anybody
like
else,
we need to in a tower full of knights. Like, I'm assuming they have a watch already, right?
Yes.
That's true. Well, I mean, the cat can be doing a watch. It was a kit.
Okay. Yeah. If you want to have just the cat watch and everyone else rests, that's fine. It's up to you guys.
Mhm.
Yeah. So a couple of times you guys are stirred awake as somebody. You can tell they're trying to be quiet, but they are wearing,
Armor.
heavy or medium armor. So they come out of the door and go down or go up a couple of times during the night. But generally, it's a pretty quiet night. You're able to get the rest of the way rested, and you return to your full constitution. And I don't think anyone got any damage, so should all be full health as well.
so all your constitutions back. If your modifier changes, make sure you add the extra hit points you get twice. One for level 1 and the second one for level 2.
Bring me to 28.
That's insane for level 2.
Okay. Other than that, anyone want to do anything other than morning routine? All right. Yeah. So in the morning, you guys go through your morning routine. The knights are no longer trying to be quiet, and so you realize just how much they were being quiet because they are just tromping through super loud, going in and out, getting things ready, sharpening swords, all of the like. So they greet you and they ask how you slept and just all the casual conversation. But everyone seems pretty busy with the different tasks they have for the morning, so nobody's really sitting around talking unless you're trying to seek it out.
There's There are no other like permanent residents other than the people who are actually guarding here, correct? Like nobody's like selling anything or anything like that.
Yep, it's just 12 knights. The one is a mage, you can tell there. There does seem to be a cleric, and then the rest are some sort of martial fighters.
I challenge the cleric to a duel.
Fight.
Who wants to predict the weather for the rest of the day?
I guess that would be. I guess that would be me. Is that a
Oh.
survival check?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh,
I got some points in survival. I'll try one.
Cog say big rain.
Let's see. Let's see what GOG says.
Very good.
that'll do, pig. That'll do.
Weathering. You think that sky looks a little bit higher than usual?
Yeah, so the let's see. You guys all let's see. So Gog thinks it's going to be super bright and warm. Connor thinks it's going to be perfect weather for a tornado. But Phelan thinks that it's going to be relatively seasonal, maybe 70 degrees or so, but it does seem to be very windy all day.
I am laughing at both Gog and Connor.
You can't tell what they rolled.
No, I've already heard what they said.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
On the road. All right, so they apologize and say they're not allowed to sell anything, any goods, not even food. And that with the situation that's going on, they are being told not to compromise any potential needs. That is a great gift, by the way. All right, you guys heading towards Avondale.
You are very good on alert. I'm gonna pick one of the boulders near the tower and pop out a little something for the volunteer, another little symbol.
I'm gonna find the sexiest boulder around.
It's not a rock. It's not just a rock. It's not just a boulder. It's a rock.
I don't get this reference.
SpongeBob. You had to watch SpongeBob.
Oh, fortunately, I did not ever watch SpongeBob.
Just a stupid boulder. He's a pioneer. The pioneers used to ride these for miles.
All right.
Yeah,
So-
they already did
If
it.
he was a Viking, that'd be closest thing.
Yeah, they're good.
After the Americans, I actually get that one.
Holy shit, can we get moving here? Jesus Christ.
That's a nice boulder. All right. So you guys begin heading towards the Avondale. They did warn it's a little over a day journey. So just to be aware that you might, unless you push yourself, you might not get there in time. So everyone do another do another Constitution check just to see if you're able to speed through this. Yeah. Damn it! I went back and just saw some chest boulders over here.
Holy cow!
Oh, there's no way we're getting there in one day.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Ugh.
How much you want to bet I could throw a dwarf over the mountains?
Since Gog has no weapons left, he'll just toss Dalen at somebody.
Never. No one tosses a dwarf.
Don't tell the elf.
Did he basically just throw him like a football?
1, 2, 3, 4. Got 2 more people to roll.
What the fuck is it again? Okay. Yep. Gog's just leaving us behind. Oh, Connor's running with him.
All right, so everyone's able to get through without being exhausted, but just with the pace of everything, you don't think that you will be able to make it to Avondale just in one day here. So, but you do get past the harshest weather, or the harshest terrain rather, and it starts to be that downward slope. And you kind of zig and zag around like some larger outcroppings, but for the most part, it's a downward trend. So pretty uneventful throughout the day. As you get towards almost to where there's trees, or I guess just after the trees start popping up, it's still pretty mountainous area. That's when it starts getting dark to the point where you guys feel like you need to make that decision. Do you want to just push through, or do you want to try to find somewhere to camp for the night?
Birds. Oh. Whoa.
Does anybody have a guess how far away we are? About how long? Can I geography or cartography? I know we don't have a map.
Yeah, you can do cartography just to like know what would happen.
You know, I actually have a pretty good hang on.
Damn it! Somebody
man, where'd it go?
sent me a thing the other day. It said when you run out of campaign ideas, and then it just had the clip from is that Werewolf in London? Like the lyrics are literally just like something about Chinese menu.
Here, wait. You know, I got a good one for maybe some just atmospheric
Oh,
kill
sorry,
the
it's
Is it
I saw a
copyrighted?
werewolf.
huh?
Is it something that's
Okay, so
copyrighted?
Oh no. Damn. That's a good point. I was gonna pull a gag on everybody and pull up that stupid gummy bear song, but yeah, I won't do
Oh
that.
my god.
That's probably copyrighted.
The lyrics at the start of Werewolves of London is I saw a werewolf with the Chinese menu in his hand. It's like when you run out of campaign ideas, it just has that lyric. Okay, yeah, I didn't hear the thing. Okay, yeah, you generally, if it's flat terrain, generally a normal day will consist of 23 miles for like an 8-hour walk. Anything more than that, generally you'll start to get exhausted. You guys went 13 miles yesterday through this like heavier terrain. So with that kind of knowledge, you think you're probably about 5 or 6 miles away. So most likely people would start to get fatigued and or exhausted if you guys press through. So you definitely can, but might be tough.
I don't have an opinion either way. I think we run the risk of getting ambushed if we stay out here all night, but I also don't want to push us to the point of exhaustion. Hey, didn't one of them mention orcs? I think you were asleep at that point already, Rosara. Does anybody have any other input? Otherwise, we're just going to make a decision for everybody.
I'm good.
Good.
All right, so
Have we passed anybody on the road? Not nobody, huh?
Nope, not this whole stretch. Yeah, so you guys find a nice spot right by a brook, and you're able to set up camp pretty easily. I guess what do you guys want to do as you do set up camp? What is everyone doing?
Is anyone capable of fishing?
It's survival, I think. And I have a net. I don't know if there's enough water to have any fish in it, though.
I was
There
gonna say I could
is
do
enough that you think you might be able to find some either fish or crawfish or clams or something.
Well, then I will survival to try and set up my fishing net.
I'll do another firewood check like last time.
All right, so I heard firewood, fishing stuff.
Nice roll, God.
We're getting warm tonight, fellas.
I think we'll be lucky to find any wood out here.
Got wood.
What would my net add to my survival roll? Maybe a +2?
Yeah.
Okay.
A survival would probably be the best.
For search.
Yeah, that actually would be fine too.
Wait, let me finish mine real quick. No worries. Damn it.
What kind of area is this again? Is it like more like rocky or is it grassy?
This is it's more rocky than grassy, but it is getting to
Okay.
the point where it's got some trees and
Is it possible
yes,
to forage and find anything?
you may forage.
Would that be a survival check?
Yes. You can try to forge, do some forgery with berries and make fake berries. Convince everyone they're berries.
Let's see. What the hell are you again? Holy shit.
Oh, Jesus.
Guys, don't. What the hell? Alright.
These can be joint efforts. They don't have to be like competitive or something. Find some more food for us.
Yeah, your food's gonna be paltry at best. Just kidding. Let's see.
I'm just trying to keep us from having to use rations, is all.
Where did? Okay, so let's see. We have firewood check 23. So you are able to find lots of decent firewood, able to get a fire going, and have a decent chunk set aside. So you guys aren't gonna have to, do very much work to keep that fire going throughout the night. It's actually more of like a bonfire. Like it puts out a good amount of light.
Blended.
Dalen, you're able to find through your fishing, you find about 3 rations worth of like smaller fish. So enough that a couple of people won't be able or won't have an issue, but not enough to feed everyone.
I eat it all.
Your stomach is just bursting.
Very good.
Okay, so Rosdara, you do a scout around the area. You're seeing some normal game trails, so you're assuming that there are some small rabbits and maybe some deer and stuff in the area, squirrels, but you're not really seeing very much in the way of predators. So you didn't notice any, wolf or bear tracks, anything like that. So, Phelan, you find the um, you find the Fountain of Youth, and no, that's an incredible roll. You find a blackberry bush, and this blackberry bush has potentially the greatest blackberries you've ever seen in your life. I mean, just these huge, plump, delicious-looking blackberries, and enough for multiple people to enjoy as well.
Whoa.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how this is. There's a couple of things that
Sounds like it goes well with some goat's milk.
Whoa.
let's see. If this sucks, it's all Dalen's fault.
As usual.
Let's see.
I'll be right back.
Just gotta be
I like how there's a cactus.
yeah.
Why don't you let me connect to you so I can load Dalen in there?
Because I don't know how to do that.
It's not a big deal. Well, we'll do it whenever. I'll be right back.
Come on, there's gotta be berries. There's gotta be a berry bush in here. No, just lava. Maybe you can search. I don't know. I haven't. No, there's beer. Oh yeah, you do. That's not the berry bush I was imagining. Okay, we'll have that. All right. So you find these delicious-looking berry bushes, and then around that, conveniently directly next to it, Connor, right? Yeah, Connor finds some mushrooms. So you actually think there's enough berries here for you guys to get all your substance. All right, elf. So I don't know. I initially got this guy for Gog, even though it's a human. I feel like it.
I'll
Looks
take
like
it.
Conan.
It's
That's like
fine.
Conan.
Hell yeah.
Until everybody gets their own Hero Forge creation, just
Oh,
use
can you
whatever's
load
in there.
those in?
Yeah, that's why I wanted to connect, because I can load Dalen in there.
Oh, I don't know if there's a way to. We'll have to.
So
we'll
if
figure that out.
if you make a Hero Forge, you can have it put into this software.
Yep.
Oh.
You got to pay money for it though, like $8 or something like that. I think.
You just pay $8 once, and like, dude, oh my god, I'll totally do that.
How's this for you, Connor? I know it's. What the hell? Where'd it go?
The fuck? It's flying around.
Fine, I'll kill it. Actually, human.
He's a ginger. Use the mouse wheel. That'll spin him. Should anyway. Maybe not. There's a way to spin him. I forgot. Oh, you might have to hold shift or something. I don't remember.
No. Okay, we'll figure it out. Okay, so what else?
It doesn't matter. They can see in all directions at all time.
Okay. It's gonna be you, Connor, just because I'm trying to speed through this. What we got? We got I'm trying to find like a sorceress woman.
Use the wheel, the scroll button, the middle button. You have to push it down as an actual button. That'll spin them. There you go. You got to hold it down as a button. You got to pick something up first.
I think I don't know. Another time we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
If you guys see something here that looks like what you want it to be,
Just pick a dwarf for me and I'll take it. Preferably male.
This one looks ornery enough.
That'll work.
Now that this one is a much better fit for how you've described him. Okay. Elf. Who's our half elf here?
Morgana.
Do you see any? I
Two.
don't know how quality is. Is
There's
this
2 half elves.
That's a guy, isn't it?
It's an elf.
I
Can
can't
you tell?
That is a. I don't know what the fuck that is. No.
God.
Well, I can't see very well.
I'm sorry.
That's
Is the quality better,
not
by the
a
way?
caster, but that's fine. I don't care.
Oh, you're
It
looking-
doesn't
yeah,
look blurry like the other one was doing.
Okay, got like an evil looking one. Ooh, that's a pretty cool druid looking one. It's got like antlers.
Always with the red-headed druids with shit in their hair.
We got this as a caster.
That's the one that I used for Morgana in the sample that I sent you. But obviously it's got a different hair color, but it is what it is.
Do you just do this one?
Yeah.
Okay, and then our druid. I bet there's a wolf. I saw a wolf earlier.
There is. There's a mule. There's a mule and a horse too. And yeah, that search function should work for that. Anybody know how to full screen this? Oh, there it is. Thank you. I like how the campfire actually casts light. The fuck is that supposed to be?
The fuck?
What is?
This is reverse the dog.
The
I've
fuck?
never seen that in my life. I think you're right. I think you're right.
Hover over it. What does it say?
It doesn't.
Does it say anything?
No, but it's definitely a man horse centaur. It's
Kill it with fire.
terrible. Why would they
Awful
do
thing I've ever
that?
seen.
I like how it goes right from groin to neck. It's just immediately.
That's
Have
all
you
you
ever been
need.
able to hear a photo?
Yes.
Wolf. Oh, that's evil looking. All right. So I've got dwarf. I've got our sorcerer. I've got an archer. I've got a barbarian. Who am I missing?
Druid.
Missing a druid. Do you want to do that? This lady with the antlers.
Sure.
Okay. And then our last one is
The rogue, I think.
the rouge.
Where was that
Fire
one with the rapier
Oh,
that you had earlier?
The shifty-eyed looking one.
all right. Does it actually say cultist? I don't know how much of this is.
That's actually funnier to the folks in the know.
Okay, so Gog, you were getting fire. You're over here conveniently right next to all the little beer mugs. You guys like my little camp setup?
Very good.
Oh my god.
Not bad. I'm not a very artistic person, so I feel like this isn't bad for.
No, you did great, man. For purposes
Awesome.
of a quick fight, this is more than an effort than I would have expected, actually.
What do you mean quick fight? This is not going to be a fight.
The only
This
thing I
could be-
worry about is that we don't have a grid.
I know I had a grid earlier. I don't know what happened to it.
Oh, this
Let me,
looks like so
let me
much
look
fun.
it up.
I want to make GOG like tonight. This looks amazing.
Just be careful how carried away you get with it, because it may take us a while to figure out how to load them in here. And
That's-
every time you change it, you have to pay $8 again, I think. So you got to be, if you're gonna pay for it, make sure it's what you want.
Yeah. Also, really quick, if I'm not mistaken, are orcs or half orcs in D&D, are they typically gray skin instead of green, or is there like both?
Yeah, it's up to you. I think it runs a range. But yeah.
I also just don't know how many options they'll give me on this website, but whatever. I'll get there when I get there.
All right, so you said you're fishing over here in the dangerous looking water. Oh, sorry, did I say that out loud? And then what? What are you guys? What are you two doing? Our Rouge and our Sorceress.
A Rouge.
Hang on.
I have like no survival skill stuff, so I guess I'm just chilling by the fire,
You're saying
petting my cool kitty cat that's
saying
all shiny and crystally,
hello with your hand out.
I guess.
Is it, or maybe you're trying to pick up this goblet. Oh, I can't grab it. Whatever.
What?
All right. So as we were sitting here, yeah, there is a way to get a grid because I had a grid earlier. I think I was in a different.
There's a ruler that you can bring it up, but I don't know what that's going to make it look like.
Well, this one, it was basically wherever I put my mouse, it hovered. Has this blurred at all?
No,
No.
Or has it been clear the whole time?
been clear
Okay,
the
so
whole time.
Maybe it isn't a Discord thing and it was just that program.
Yeah, that was weird.
Can't click. So the cool thing about this, if we do end up using this, is that I can like have things on the map and I can have them out of your line of sight until you guys see them and stuff like that. So this is a cool idea if I can figure it out well.
Yeah, and eventually, if we have everybody connect to it, so they have it on their computer screen, you can actually have invis stuff on your side that we don't see until you reveal it to us. You can specify like which creatures have vision on other creatures, etc.
Whoa.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Hey, whoa, easy.
Oh, they're just giant vipers. That's not that big of a deal.
And you can
Okay.
change the size so that they take up more tiles. Like the horses should be a 10 by 10. But I wouldn't worry about getting into the weeds too deeply. I can't see a way to bring the grid up, but it says most of the tiles are 2 by 2. So I don't know how much that helps, but it is what it is for now. You might just have to eyeball it.
Yeah, it's a bummer because I literally I specifically had I had a grid earlier, but whatever.
It says something about if you are using tiles, the tile object can have the show grid aspect turned on for each tile. Sounds like it is currently off. Also, there is a mod object that will project a grid in squares or hexes. The problem is with it
there
is.
we go. I found it.
Oh, you got it.
You have to click on this middle thing here. Show. Oh, there we go. Here it is.
Yeah.
Oh, I have to just push that whenever I'm. I should just show it always.
If you looked at the one that I had, is the floor something that you created, or was it just like load up a floor for me and that's what it gave you?
The floor.
The ground. Go ahead.
The ground is nothing. The ground is.
Yeah, that might be the problem.
Oh, I'm supposed to put in. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Why this
yeah,
is raised
but-
then.
Yeah,
Gotcha. Okay, a learning
then-
experience.
just something for the next time, but we can figure it out from here.
All right. Let's recap. So we've got Gog over here making the world's greatest fire with plenty of firewood. He's got stacked up here. We're ready for the night. Lots of food. Everything's ready to be cooked and eaten. We got our Rouge and our Sorceress here hanging out, just providing some nice ambiance. Dalen is wrapping up his great fishing expedition. He's got a couple of freshwater mollusks and a couple of small fish he's been able to scrounge up for a couple of people's meals. And then over here is the real treasure trove. We've got our wonderful druid found these delicious blackberry bushes, and our ranger found these mushrooms. It's going to make a delicious food, enough resources for everyone. But what they didn't notice was stealthily hiding here in this viper-looking praying mantis. giant praying mantis was hiding perfectly still. You didn't notice him just because of how he was almost like
It's Drax.
Drax the Destroyer. He's and suddenly, before you can even react, strikes out. Am I sharing my screen or am I sharing Tailspire?
All we see is Tailspire.
Okay, good. All
I'm
right.
sorry, I'm
so-
laughing at what Morgana posted in the fucking horse meme.
Oh, dang it! It
So
doesn't always.
It's fucking nightmare
Stop it.
fuel.
I missed the fox too. It fucking Wimdy.
Yeah. I don't always hear it. Usually I hear that kind of thing, but I didn't hear it for either of those. It's annoying. Okay. So we've got this is what-
What kind of horse is that, Morgana?
I'll post what kind of horse it is momentarily.
Uh-oh.
All right, so lashing out with its claws, this thing strikes
What the hell is it?
directly on. It is a giant praying mantis.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I tried looking. There's nothing that's more praying mantis looking than that viper.
What the hell is a prying mantis? What?
Is it?
Okay.
Don't tell me I've been pronouncing it wrong. For
What the
Yes. Yes, literally.
I thought it was like some special creature.
No, it's a special creature.
Shut
It
up.
pries things open.
Oh God.
I've literally for 32 years now, come June, I have been calling it a praying mantis.
It's so
Like I knew how to spell it. I knew.
You
I knew,
nerd.
I just thought it was called. I thought it was spelled praying mantis, but wow, that's wild to me.
You ever see the nature documentary where Cumberbatch did something about penguins and he kept calling them pingwings?
Well, he called them like 8 different things.
Yeah.
He just kept changing it. Penguins.
Penguins.
Penguins. Yeah, that's funny.
I hope he didn't get paid for that.
He did. He goes on like the Graham Norton show or something,
Yeah.
and they like call him out on it. He's like, oh,
Yep.
I hate that bird. All right. So all of a sudden, striking out of nowhere, this praying mantis that's gonna revolutionize my freaking life.
Wow.
Just obliterates, not obliterates. It grabs onto your arm, and just shreds your shoulder there.
Jesus.
So 6 damage to your bicep.
How big is this dumb thing?
That was
It
to
is
Phelan.
Large. Yes,
Mm.
that's to Phelan. So
So I took 6 damage.
yes.
All right.
I actually feel like your wolf would be with you, right?
All right. Yes, please.
Even
Okay,
if he isn't, he can
so-
charge pretty easily.
So you're gonna make a cry, an involuntary like and that's gonna everyone here is gonna hear, and so that's the surprise round. Everyone's gonna go ahead and roll initiative.
That's your dexterity modifier.
Correct.
All right, thanks.
It's possible that you have another modifier there as well, but
There's a thing at the top that says initiative, just that plus D20, and there you go.
yeah, it's usually just gonna be your dexterity. There is a couple of feats or like other things that can see. I apologize if anyone wanted more combat this time around. I didn't want to have too much combat and then have my first Tailspire thing be terrible, and then like have other ones that I have to deal with afterward. So, hopefully not terrible, but yes.
This looks great, honestly.
Okay, yeah. If it works well, then I plan on having like multiple options for it. Oh my gosh, Rosara? Wait, I should actually load up the I should load up your stream and see if they're all flaming me in the comments. The hell is this?
I
They're like, what the hell is prime
I
mantis?
expect Connor in his spare time to draw a prying mantis. Yeah.
Very good at breaking
Can
in,
opener.
not anything else.
I have a dexterity. I have a dexterity penalty, and I'm beating all your asses.
Whoopee. My arm's just dangling right now.
Okay, Gog, Morgana, Phelan, Rosara, and Dalen. So it's just Connor left. Okay. Hey, that was a good roll, Dalen. Hopefully it's not your only roll. Everyone does have all their spells up and everything because there were no other fights this time.
Yep.
Bruv. All right, so we got Dalen, followed by looks like Rosara, followed by Gog, and then the praying mantis, and then Phelan. Hopefully she has an arm left, and then Connor.
Can clerics
Sorry, just
reattach severed limbs? with heal?
That is a gray area. Technically, yes. I mean, technically, there's no like maiming in D&D.
There is a spell regenerate that you're supposed to use for, and I think heal is supposed to be used for literally reattaching limbs. Like it says that in the spell descriptions, I think, but unfortunately, it's quite a ways off before I get access to those.
I tend to think of it, and I don't know if this is rules as written, but I tend to think of it as like healing spells at low levels or like patch up, and you're gonna end up with scars and things like that because like it's not regenerating, like he said, like your tissue. It's just kind of closing the wound. But then those high level, that's like, yeah, your arm's off and now and like that kind of thing. So
Yeah.
That's how I think of it. I don't think there's any hard rules on like. I don't think there's actually any like hard rules on like getting your arm literally chopped off because it would just do so much for balance to be like, well, you have one arm.
I mean, if you called shot and stuff like that and tried to cut somebody's arm off maybe or whatever, but there, like I said, there are some higher level heals that specifically say they will reattach limbs and stuff like that.
Yeah, and that's how I've always played it.
Even a head?
The head, you're fucked. You got to reattach your soul at that point.
Oh.
All right, Dalen, you're leading the charge. You just suddenly heard your druid scream out.
Take it like a man. Can I see that? How late is it? What's my vision like right now?
It is dark, but you don't have great vision because of this. Oh, cool! You can actually kind of see. Yeah, you see this giant thing over here when she screams.
Well, I also have dark vision, so I'm gonna run at 4 times speed in that direction.
All right, let's see.
Oh, wait, never mind. Hold on. I'm gonna cast Long Strider on myself, and then I'm going to move 30 feet in that direction.
Isn't there a way to keep the grid on?
You have to have the tiles underneath, like I was saying. Yeah.
Damn it, Devin. I had one job. All right, let's see. So, how far can you go then?
6. Long Strider increases my movement speed by 10, so I'm up to everybody else's speed. I'm at 6 squares
You're up
For
to
a
everyone
sec-
else.
for a single move action. I'm up to their speed.
Oh, okay, 6 square. Okay.
Yeah.
So 5, 15, 20, 30. So you get to there.
Yeah.
Oh, can you not see the?
The cursor.
Oh, okay.
Just pick them up and move them. I trust you. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about there.
Okay. Are you gonna do anything else, or is it just that?
That's my whole move, or my whole turn rather. Casting the spell and then one movement action. If I had a full round, I would have taken a run times 4, but I'm gonna wait to do that after I have Long Strider cast on me.
Gotcha. Okay.
Let me find out how long Long Strider lasts for you too, so you can keep track of it. I don't think we need to wait on that though.
All right. And so
Give me a
now
second
it's
for me.
Rosara and Gog. You're gonna be after that.
Okay.
How scary you are. You're like a Nazgul.
Actually, it lasts 1 hour per level, so we don't have to worry about it.
Okay, you're trying to get. So can you guys see the grid right now?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Yeah, you're right. Yes, they are. Like, don't have these centered on squares. Yeah, there's got the way I was doing it. Oh, yeah, you told me why twice. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll stop pissing around with it. You tell me what you want to do. I think so. I think it's close enough. It isn't being flanked, so I don't think it actually technically can be snuck attack. Dalen, can you correct me if I'm wrong there?
I think you would have to sneak to be able to do it from there, unless it was being flanked. Yes.
I wonder actually.
The problem
let me do a
is
spot.
if you hide it that is a standard action.
Oh, it would. Okay.
Well, I'm saying is just so the thing doesn't know you're there is what I'm trying to get at. Unless I don't know, Devin, what's its sight? Maybe it can't see far enough if it's an insect. He's like, how the fuck am I supposed to figure that out now? Thanks a lot.
Yeah, I mean it has dark vision out to 60 feet.
Oh well, then yeah, it definitely sees you. Unless again, if it was flanked, but it isn't yet.
Let's see what the vermin subtype says. Yeah, dark vision. Okay. All right, so you just want to shoot it, kill it with fire.
Keep in mind it's -4 because it's in melee. Stupid ass insects.
You are correct. It has a 0 intelligence.
Is it really 0? Yeah, I guess it would be for vermin, huh?
Yeah, vermin are mindless. All right. You bastards and your prying mantis. I'm allowed to make mistakes. All right, you hit.
Nice.
Oh, it is. You said is the +1? Is that with the -4? Ah, damn. All right, what's the damage? You're kidding. Wow. All right, I still have a chance.
He's gonna pick Phelan up, fucking Starship Trooper style.
Oh God.
I mean, don't give me ideas because that does sound fun.
I'm
So I
really not
think-
to lose my character this time. This time. I just finished her backstory.
All right.
Oh.
All right.
Gog is up, and the praying mantis is attacking after that.
That's it. I'm raging, you
Doesn't
guys.
Gog
That's
Gog
it.
have dash?
He does, and that gives him an additional
10 feet.
5 feet. So I think that brings
5
my
feet.
speed total to
The-
45, right?
Yes. Barbarian has +10. You're medium-sized half orc, so you have 30 already. Dash gives you another 5. You have 45.
And I can't remember if it said or not, but if I rage right now, does that add to my speed or no?
I don't believe so.
No.
Okay.
So
Now,
Well-
if all you're doing is moving, you can run and you can get to the thing. You just won't be able to attack.
so without moving, or without, I guess actually technically the closest you can get is like here, without doing a full run action.
He's about 10 feet away from me
Yes.
at that point. Yeah, I would like to run over there. Did I already say I wanted to rage though? You made note of that.
Yes.
Okay. So we're
How many rounds
That's-
do you get per day?
1.
No. It's more than that. It's like 6.
Oh, is it? Hold on. Oh, when did they? I'll have to look back on that. I have something written totally different here on my character sheet, but we'll get to that later.
It's pretty quick. I'm looking at it right now. 3 rounds plus the character's Constitution modifier.
And also,
Newly improved
Yeah, that's
Constitution modifier.
6.
So
also keep in mind, the last time we did this, we said you had temporary hit points, but that's not the case, actually. It actually very clearly mentions this in the temporary hit point chapter. I think it's like page 179. It's you have temporary constitution points. The extra hit points you get are just regular hit points that just go away when the constitution goes away.
to be fair, I did call them temporary hit points, but I did make that distinction.
Very good.
So I actually did know that out of all the different things, those don't act like temporary hit points because they.
Yeah.
Anyway.
The X
Okay.
Constitution. Then.
So
I'll be right back.
So do you want to move all the way? Like, do you just want to move up to it, behind it, or where?
Let's get him. Let's get him behind him.
Oh yeah. No. Yeah.
This mantis that's not a snake at all.
Look at that face.
Snake mantis.
He's stoked. He's pissed. He loves it.
All right. So he's raging. He's a raging barbarian, we'll say. And now this thing swings out again with his pry bars. That is definitely a hit again. And you guys better save your. How much health do you have,
Who?
Phelan?
I have 11 hit
did
points
you-
left.
Did you roll for your wolf? I guess your wolf can just go at the same time as you.
Yeah.
You have 11 hit points left, you said?
I have 11 hit points left.
You have 0 hit points left as it snatches your waist and kind of rips into your stomach. So your character passes out in severe distress. that is the extent of its turn. Actually, it has a full attack. I'm going to. Oh wow, and I crit. Barbarian. It didn't like that you got up on it, and it bites at you with its mandibles and does 4 damage, hitting your bicep. Okay, that is.
You have 24 now, dog. Is that right?
Total now? I think my
Yes.
my total now is
No.
28.
Your total won't change unless there's No. Hold on. You added 4 Constitution points when you rage, so you now have 30 hit points total.
Yes, got it.
Okay. Now you just
I
took.
was telling you without rage, but yes, 30 total.
Yeah. Now you just took 4 points of damage, so you should have what is that? 26 current hit points. There you go.
Okay, so Phelan, you're up first, and then Connor's going to be next, with your wolf going at the same time as you. So, since you're unconscious,
Is she at
Not-
0 hit points?
I am
she is
0.
at 0.
I'm out.
She's not unconscious.
I am unconscious.
Oh, sorry. That's right. You are not unconscious until you get to negative hit points. So you are,
Mm.
able to. You said just like one.
Can I move a square back?
One movement.
You can. You
5
can.
foot step.
Yes, you can 5-foot step out of the way. If your hit points drop to 0, you are disabled. You can only make 1 move action or standard action per turn, and you take 1 point of damage after completing an action. Fuck. Okay, so no matter what you do, you're gonna take 1 hit point. It sounds like.
Well, it
If
doesn't
you- if
matter
she
if I
moved-
stay put. The thing's gonna kill me.
Excuse
So
me.
if she moves at all, you said she
If,
takes 1 hit point.
you take 1 point of damage after completing an action. I don't know. The way I'm interpreting that is you probably do a 5-foot step because that's not really a movement action.
No, it's actually not considered a movement action. So yeah, that should be fine.
All right.
If you want to back away 1 square, that might at least keep you from passing out.
Yes, I've moved back 1 square, and I like the wolf to go in for an attack.
All right.
Now
Okay.
looks like
Wolf
he's
is
flanking
going.
now. Yeah. Sorry.
So, yeah, go ahead. So you're gonna roll to hit, and he is gonna get a +2 to his hit now as well.
He's gonna get a +2.
Yes.
An additional +2.
So he's a 1d6 +1. So he's gonna get a +2
Yeah.
to that.
No. You got to do your attack roll first.
Okay.
Yeah. So he is gonna do 1d20, and then you're gonna
Okay.
add 5 right now.
Okay.
And then if you guys can just tell me what the roll is, helpful.
21.
Oh yeah, for sure hits.
Was
Alright,
it a?
and
Did you roll a 20?
I rolled a 21.
Oh no. Well,
I rolled 16 + 5.
okay, never mind. Sorry.
All right. So now it's 1d6 +1 for your damage.
1d6. Okay, shit. Not got the roll. 1d6 +1. 4.
All right. So Wolf jumps up and bites one of the legs of the praying mantis, and just starts to shred into it. You can see some like blue goo kind of oozing out.
Does it have to be a crit for it to trip it?
No, you can trip it.
It has to
Oh,
hit, but
okay.
because it's a large creature,
Okay.
it only is able to do that trip.
Hmm.
Yeah, this is gonna be tough because the thing has multiple legs too.
Yeah.
More than 2 legs.
Right. So we're on to Connor, who looks like a pirate in this. You are also going to be flanking on this.
I think there has to be somebody on the opposite side
Oh, okay.
because it worked with Gog. I don't think it can work with Gog and him.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for that. What is that? Oh, you typed it first. Sorry, I heard the thing, but I'm not pulling it up. All right. You swing at it, and it clatters off the exoskeleton, but doesn't seem to do any damage. All right, Morgana, it is your turn, and Dalen is next.
How many feet away from the mantis am I?
Depending on how many steps you take, you are still 2 feet away. No, I'm just
What?
kidding. No, I was
The
talking-
Morgana's by the campfire.
It was a
The
stupid
fuck?
joke. It was.
Yeah.
It was.
How many
Yeah,
feet am I
for-
from the damn
No.
monster? Is that what it says?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 70 feet.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Can I see it?
Well, we can tell. Yeah, it looks like you can see it. See, it's
Can I
little
cast?
evil-
Can I
evil-looking
cast
head.
magic missile from here without it hitting the horse?
If you can see it, you can hit it, and you will always hit it. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm doing.
Not always, Dalen.
I mean, does it have a shield spell on it?
Maybe it could
Fuck.
be magical giant mantis.
No!
What's this mantis?
All right.
Ah,
Damn
jeez.
you bastards.
Ah!
All right. Yeah, and with magic missile, you just roll for damage.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Ugh, my rolls are pissed today.
But you rolled a 1.
Oh yeah, so
Uh,
I get to roll again, huh?
No. That's only for hit points.
Oh,
That
fuck
was only
that.
for leveling up hit points. That would be a pretty broken rule. 20. All right, so perfect. Okay, so you blast it out of nowhere. It just gets hit with force. And then it is. You still have a movement if you want to do a movement.
I guess I'll get closer, but not a ton.
Basically, like right behind her.
Oh,
This
move
this
it so I
is
can hear it.
this is
Yeah, I
epic
got
as shit in my head. Like she looks over there.
What?
I didn't hear you.
Too epic. It
Did
Yeah.
not
sends
come through.
No,
Yeah.
it didn't come through.
Oh, I was saying this is really epic in my head. Like Morgana like looks over, sees her buddy getting fucked up, and then she just Hadoukens the thing.
Mm-hmm. Without even moving until
Yeah, right.
afterward.
All right, Dalen.
Give me a guess about how far away I am from
Jeez.
Phelan.
5, 15, 20, 35 feet. From Phelan.
Yeah.
40, 50 feet.
I am gonna double move to Phelan. I'm gonna say, hang on tight, lass. I'm gonna try and heal you. So just to be clear, I'm within range of her. Okay, good.
Okay. Anything else? I guess you did a double movement, so
Yeah.
not much.
And I
Rosara
spoke.
with Gog following.
Right.
It is, yes, it is facing Connor.
That's backwards from facing Connor.
That's Gog.
Oh, sorry, it is facing Gog.
Wait, when? Oh, yeah.
It turned around, it swiped at her, and then it bit him.
If it's being flanked, you should be able to sneak at this point.
Yeah. This I don't know. You guys can't see my cursor. Can you see the little circle?
Yes.
Yes.
Are you saying like
Diagonal.
right here? Oh, that's actually useful. I will use that circle. That circle is helpful. Okay.
I believe so.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly the rules on it.
Yeah, I think so as well. Awesome. So you're just rolling d20, adding, or I guess -2 from whatever your normal is, because you're getting +2 for flanking and -4 for in melee.
Correct.
Normally it's 5, so it should be -2 from that. So +3. What was it? Okay, yes. Okay, moved and attacked, so that's on to Gog with Le Monster attacking after.
No.
Don't forget you have +2 or +4 to your strength too with this, which is going to affect your attack rolls and your damage.
Wait, okay, so it'd be, so if my roll is 7 then for attack, but that would bring it to 11 then with rage, huh?
No, it would be 9 with rage.
Okay, then all right, then I'm up to speed. Okay, got it.
What the hell was that? Oh, it has little emotes.
Whoa.
Wiggle that butt.
Ugh.
Ooh, hey little mama. All right. So I'm gonna see if I can slash him with the great sword. Whoa, he's got moves.
Wait, do you
Gog
guys
has
see
got
the
moves.
emote? Can you see the circle that I have there?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know if you only saw the action. That's funny. Anyway. All right, so you're swinging with a greatsword. So you're adding +2 to your +7.
Correct.
So it's gonna be. Oh no, not +7 because it's even more. Is it plus?
Altogether, it should be +9 with his rage.
Okay, so 9 plus the flanking.
Oh, I forgot about that too. Jesus Christ, you're right. That's another
So
2.
add 2 to whatever you just rolled.
16.
So 16 hits.
So it would be up to 11 then?
Yes.
Because
Okay.
you're flanking.
Because you get a +2 because you're a strength bonus, and you're also flanking with Wolf.
Oh, I see.
So,
Because of your rage strength.
Got it.
Yeah.
And then my damage would be.
That doesn't change from flanking, but it should be +9 as well, I think, isn't it? Or something sick like that?
yeah, should be.
Plus 10.
+10? Jesus Christ.
What the hell?
Oh, yeah.
Man? All right. Well, you cut off its. You cut off its left pry bar. What is that called? What is that thing called? Claw?
Like a scythe.
Scythe? Yeah, it's like a scythe. Yeah. So you cut off its left arm, and one of its legs with one just powerful swipe and just spurt blood off the
So
side.
he's kind of just dragging himself now, huh?
Yeah, it is in rough shape. Yeah, I guess that's. Are you gonna move at all?
No, I'm gonna stay there and just watch him scream and bleed.
Yeah, it's quite gross. Well, he is going to attempt to swipe at you. He's not going to do as well because he is so injured. So he fails on that, but he's going to try to bite your face, and he fails at that. He kind of like almost tips over a little bit. It's not used to not having that leg.
He has multiple, or it has multiple attacks, doesn't it?
It has mandibles, so it can
does.
it certainly fucking bite into something.
Yeah, it tried to bite his face. Tried to give him a nose job. But it did not succeed. So now it is Phelan's turn, followed by her wolf, followed by Connor.
I'm Dalen, are you healing me, or should I just heal myself?
I said I'm going to try to heal you.
Alright, I'm gonna try to heal myself.
All right.
I get really mad.
Cure light wounds. That's what I'm casting.
Perfect. It's 1d8 plus 1.
Alright, 1d. Roll.
Isn't it +2 now?
1d8.
Oh, yeah. Dang, we did level up.
Okay, it's 1d8 plus 2.
Yep.
7.
Nice. So you're at 7 HP.
Alright. So I'm not dying anymore.
Correct.
All right. So that's your action. That's just yeah. So you still have a movement if you wanted to move at all.
Can the wolf still go?
Yep.
Alright, so he was a 1d20. Right?
Yep. 1d20 and then plus 5.
Alright. He's still flanking?
Mm-hmm.
Because he's got
Alright.
somebody on the opposite side of the thing he's fighting.
I got you.
Floating trees.
No, I don't think he's gonna hit this time.
What'd he get? A 12?
Yeah, he just got a 12.
He did not hit. So he jumped up on it, and the mantis shifted at the same time, and he just didn't get a good grip on the exoskeleton to do some damage. Are you or the wolf gonna move at all?
I'm gonna take another step back.
Okay.
Not the mushrooms!
Don't bleed on the mushrooms.
Eat the mushrooms!
Okay. Well, she's over there bleeding on the mushrooms. Connor, it is your turn, and Morgana is next.
Good luck.
Swing.
Swing and a miss.
Damn it, I love peanuts so much. And I got these peanuts thinking they'd be good, and they're just terrible tasting. Very disappointed.
People are dying, Devin.
What
Wait,
happened?
what?
I said people are dying, Devin.
He's playing around with his peanuts.
I think Connor hits this time.
Every man likes a good peanuts. He's like, man, back to the game. It is a hit.
It's a longsword.
All right. It kind of turns to look at you as it sees you start to move, and then describe how you kill it.
Oh, thank God. I said, oh, thank God, it's dead.
Nobody knows what that means.
I do not know what that is. So you just hack until it's okay. So you hack it apart into multiple spots and then just jam your sword into its head, and it kind of does its death knell, and whole body kind of collapses down. But Bill Gates wants us to.
Bill Gates exists in every world. I'm gonna move over to Phelan and drop Sanctuary and cast Cure Light Wounds on her again.
All right, so you're healing her. Let's see. Let's just go down this list I have here. Connor, what are you gonna do now? Now that combat is over.
You get another 8 hit points back, Phelan.
Thanks.
Perfect.
Are you full now?
No,
Really?
like missing 2 hit. I'm 15. I think I should have like 17 hit points total. Yeah.
Yeah, but I've got spells I can blow.
What are you gonna do?
I'm sorry.
Combat is over, so what are you planning to do here?
I think I'm just gonna go sit by the fire and stare at it for a little while.
And just get to reminisce on your life choices. Okay, I like it.
I just like
Dog?
every life memory is just flashing through my head right now. So I'm just gonna go sit down and be quiet for a little bit.
She now has a morbid fear of berries.
I got punished for rolling a god roll, and now this is
Gog?
It was not a god roll.
Gog is sharpening his sword and saying a quick prayer to Tempest, saying about his glory in battle, and hacked off this thing's arm and leg with one swing, and how it was pretty
You
badass.
did like
Should have seen it.
20-some damage in one hit. That's
I'll be right back.
you still didn't get the kill though.
Morgana, what are you doing?
Not much to do now, so just looking at the dead bug.
All right. And then Rosario, what are you doing?
That thing was just a giant bug, right? It wasn't arcane or anything.
It was just a giant bug.
Okay.
A prying mantis, if you will.
Gog raged right out of death last time. It's just
Pretty
badass. I killed the leader instantly. So it's like
Okay. Yeah, so now it's up to you guys. Just so you know, you guys can break down monsters into parts if you want. You just have to do a knowledge nature check to see if you think there's anything that could be useful. And then a survival check to see if you successfully harvest whatever that useful thing is. And sometimes you think something's useful and find out nothing is useful. So, but
I
just
guess
so
I
you
could
know.
do the knowledge nature.
Okay.
Alright, so
Well,
And while you're doing that, just to go back on what everyone said, Connor, you're able to get plenty of berries, like literally enough to bake a couple of pies. So, and mushrooms as well. So if you guys want a snack, you guys have an entire meal between the berries, the fish, and mollusks that were caught in the mushrooms.
So who's hanging on to the food?
Dog's got a wacky idea.
Okay.
And then Phelan's chilling by the fire. I forgot Dalen healed, and then I don't know if he did something afterward. Gog did your little prayer. Everything felt right in the world. You feel very powerful about your wrecking that thing.
Dog's got a question, if he may.
He may.
Now you said you were talking about breaking down bugs for parts and all that. Would it be a little too wacky if I used my weapon craft here to maybe turn one of his scythes into like throwing weapons?
It would. I mean, so you would be familiar enough with weapons to know that organic material doesn't do very well with that, just because it eventually would break down. So even like the exoskeleton, it's not like bone.
Yeah.
So you could do that, but it would probably only last a couple of times, and it wouldn't be as effective. It might look cool or intimidating, but so it's up to you.
You can forget it then.
Okay. Your check shows Phelan, that you think that the mandibles would be a pretty cool trophy. Somebody might be willing to pay for those, just because it's epic that you guys killed this giant, terrifying bug. And you think there might be some alchemical component to the eyes. So if you tried harvesting the eyes and the mandibles, if you were to fail at harvesting either of those, then might destroy some of them. So if you decide to harvest any of that, it's just a survival check.
Who's got survival?
Got 4.
I have 10.
So, and just so
Okay.
you guys know, if she's doing something, she can have one person help, and that person would do the same roll. And if they get over a 10, then they would add 2 to hers. And if they get under a 10, they just wouldn't help. So. Okay. Jeez. Okay. Check her dice.
Crushing it.
They're loaded. Okay. So so when it comes to harvesting things, whether it's berries or whatever, she's good at that. Okay. A true druid. Nice. 32. Okay, so you perfectly pop out both eyes, no damage to either of them. And then also the full set of mandibles you're able to get off completely.
Does anyone do alchemy in the group?
Yeah, me. Sorry. I was looking at a message.
You can have the eyeballs.
Okie dokie.
Here's a bug eye.
The mandibles, since they may have some value, I guess I'll give them to Rosario. See what she can get. She can sell and see what she can get from them. It's a pair of mandibles.
A pair of mandibles. Yeesh.
Unless Gog wants to put them on his head as a decoration, I don't know.
I think Gog might pass on that, but I appreciate the sentiment.
Okay.
Hey, this looks weird. Gog, you want
it? I cast Create Water 2 feet above Gog's head.
I don't want your war trash.
You think that's funny, but the other campaign that I was running, the dude literally did that for no reason, just being a jerk to like the bard who was telling a story. He like called him a liar in front of everyone, and then poured water on it.
Started splashing with some water.
Like, I made the whole crowd go after him. I'm like, you're gonna be a dick to the bard. The whole crowd's gonna be mad at you. Like, they know it's lies. It's a storyteller. That's what he does. Anyway, awesome. So yeah, other than that, you guys set up for camp, and then we will just pause there then for the night. So yeah, that was actually that was a CR3, so that was a pretty strong encounter for you guys to go against, and yeah, that's why it almost
Decimated him.
two-shot you.
So our next play session should technically be on the 5th of May, right? So unfortunately, I won't be around that weekend. I don't know. All right. I'll be in Chicago.
We be
Yeah,
gone a whole
sure.
weekend, you said?
I'm actually gone through Friday, and I come back Tuesday. Sure. All right.
I wish it was still Saturday.
Well, I can't play that Sunday because I think I have the other game. We could do that, or I mean, I'm happy to play on the 11th. I don't like to do both campaigns in the same weekend, but I don't want to have to make us wait a whole month till the next time we can play.
I might be going to Ren Fair on the 11th, but I'll be doing D&D for real in real life, but I'll have to double check on that. So I'm not saying yes, but I'm also not saying no.
All right.
Awesome. Okay. Well, definitely let me know. I should be fine for any of those. I don't think I have any family events coming up for the next couple weeks. So, I know next weekend I can't for sure because I have like a niece's birthday or something.
Happy birthday.
But awesome. Well, thanks for playing, guys. Always fun.
Thank you.
You gonna put our XP in the XP channel?
Yeah, and I'll probably
I
have that.
don't need it this second, but whenever.
Yeah. And thoughts on the Tailspire versus the one that goes blurry every time.
This was much better.
Okay.
If you have an older Mac, though, it's not going to let you. You have to have a relatively newer Mac to be able to use it.
I also have an older laptop as well that I kind of forgot about. Just remember,
If Tailspire will run on it, you're welcome to use it.
If you want, you can get with me later. We can walk through that, see if it'll run it.
I mean, just look up the minimum requirements and then figure out what the laptop has. I can help you with it, though.
Okay, it hardly runs, but it's worth a shot. Okie dokie then, I think. Is that it? Is that going to be it then for the night?
Yep.
Okie dokie.
Awesome.
Thanks,
you.
guys.
Have a good night.
Thank you, guys.
Have a good night.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.